Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. We are sitting here watching some of this Hornets game. It's halftime right now, and they getting clapped. That game is pretty much over. They got. I mean, they gotta come out as a whole new team in order just to make this interesting, and everybody don't leave the freaking stands in the second half. But that's how bad that is. But man, we got a lot of stuff we want to cover. We want to talk about what happened so far in the play-in game, the play-in tournament, and then we go preview some of the playoffs as well. Some of the narratives and storylines that the mainstream is pushing out there, like this one we leading with Kevin Durant. All of a sudden, his legacy is on the line, according to Kendrick Perkins and other people. I just thought that was interesting. So we will talk about all of that stuff, man. We got some WNBA that we want to get into because somebody unexpectedly made WNBA history as far as that cheddar, but that might not be a good thing for their squad, man. So we got to talk about all that stuff as well.
Money.
But we do have a guest, Robin from Sporting Fitness Rants. Man, I was just listening to your stuff this morning, and I was like, man, you know what? Got to have Robin on today, man. So what's up, big dog?
Yo, once again, you guys know I am truly humbled to be here with Man Down Sports. Shout out to my man Chris J, Britne, Briana. Shout out to you. I don't think we've ever been introduced or been on the panel together. So shout out to you. I've seen you on here before. Mel, again, man, like I said, man, it's truly humbling. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Yo, but hold up, though. I got to say something real quick, man, because I was listening to y'all show from a couple of days ago, and y'all was giving my girl Briana some nonsense about the offensive player of the year. So we definitely going to talk about that nonsense. Like, y'all was talking about wings of a bird. I don't know what you was talking about, Mel. You was talking about all kinds of stuff. Man, we going to talk about that later on. Once again, shout out to you guys, man.
Yeah, we get into it because we go talk about the postseason awards as well, man. We got a lot of stuff we got to talk about, but let's start with Kendrick Perkins and hello to everybody. Hello, Britne. Hello, Briana. Hello, Chris. Hello, Jay. Hello, mother. Hello, father.
Greetings.
Flea ticks, mosquitoes. Really bother?
Who in the comment section? Let me see who in the comment section.
We got everybody in there, man.
Our people is coming through. We
Angel Hoops in the house, man. What's up, Jeff, man? My guy, man. My wrenches are in here, man. What's up, y'all?
Hit that doorbell when y'all come in and wipe y'all feet on the mat.
Yeah, we got people. Did you share Robin? Oh yeah, I see it. You did share the yours. All right, bet. All right, man. Let's go. Let's get to go, man. Hit the like button as y'all come in. Make sure y'all share the feed as well. Comment, let us know who in the house, where y'all coming from, and all that stuff, man. Man, let's get started with Kevin Durant. Kendrick Perkins seems to believe that since the Lakers don't have Luka and the Lakers don't have Austin Reeves for this first round, he says that this series is pretty much going to define Kevin Durant's legacy, or the way he put it is he better not lose to a 41-year-old LeBron, because if he does, he's just going to add to all the stains he got on his legacy. And then he started going down a list of what he called as a stain, right? So let me play for you what Kendrick Perkins said, and I want to get y'all thoughts.
I just want to get this off my chest. That's a legacy moment for Kevin Durant. He better not lose to LeBron James at 41 years old. Kevin Durant better not lose that fucking series.
What happens if he does?
It's gonna be another stain.
That's my favorite question. Or what?
What are you going to do?
And guess what?
Or
if
Houston loses, they're firing Ime and they're moving on.
And I'm gonna give you the what? It's gonna be another fucking stain or another asterisk on his fucking legacy. Because since he's left Golden State, it's been disappointment in Brooklyn, disappointment and failure in Phoenix, and all of a sudden you get here and you get the matchup that's favorable before you. You get lucky. No Luka, probably no Austin Reeves, and you get a 41-year-old a Lakers team that's led by a 41-year-old LeBron James, while your team is healthy, and you got your other stars around you, and you don't fucking win this series. Oh, it's gonna be hell and hot water.
So while I agree that the Rockets, led by Kevin Durant, should not lose this series, I agree with that. Where I disagree with is that it defines Kevin Durant's legacy or as a hit on his legacy or it's going to change anything about Kevin Durant. And then I don't agree that the Brooklyn Nets was a black eye on Kevin Durant's legacy, because he raised them up to be a contender, and then everyone got hurt. So I don't see, when people get injured, even if it's not the star player to get injured, if people around Steph get injured, like this year Jimmy Butler got hurt, then it's okay for Steph not to make the playoffs and have to get in through the play-in. That's okay. That's not a stain on his legacy. But if Kevin Durant makes the playoffs, but if he lose and get put out, it's a stain. But Joker, Steph, LeBron, everybody can lose in the playoffs, and it's not a stain, but it's a stain for Kevin Durant. Man, what's y'all thoughts on that?
I got a question first.
Yeah.
What is Kendrick Perkins' legacy?
Talking about Kevin Durant.
He played with him too, right?
Yeah, he played with him. That's pretty much his bread and butter, as far as
One of them was a star, and the other one was Kendrick Perkins. So, like,
fair enough, but not attacking the messenger though.
No, listen. Listen. Jordan says this, I'll listen to it. Karl Malone says it, I'll ask him why he did that, what he did, but I'd still kind of listen to it. I'm not listening to this shit from Kendrick Perkins, man. I'm not.
But there's a lot of people agreeing with it though.
It doesn't. Listen, if a homeless man tells me, "Hey man, the housing market gonna crash," that might be good advice, but I'm not listening to it from him. He's not qualified to say that.
What about a homeless man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes?
He's not qualified to talk.
Can't trust
because why are the shoes dirty? You're not walking. Why are the shoes dirty?
Because he can walk. That's you can't trust him. Who thinks?
Jay making a good point though. So yeah, we understand that Kendrick Perkins don't have no credibility, but the reason why is what we have to understand. Why does he not have any credibility? Because of the years and the inconsistencies, that Kendrick Perkins continues to pump out there on the airwaves. This is the same man, let's not forget, that predicted the same season that LeBron James chose to keep that same energy, 2022 season. Kendrick Perkins in the offseason predicted they would possibly win 70 games that season on air. I got that clip on my channel. Y'all can go and listen to that joint. So these are the kinds of things that Kendrick Perkins has said. But one of the things he said was funny to me. He said something about Kevin Durant getting the matchup that's favorable to him that he wanted. Really, that's really funny to me because it seems like this would be the matchup that LeBron James would really want, because the Houston Rockets have been inconsistent to say the least this season. They have not been a better version than they were last year. We can say that they've taken a step back this season with Kevin Durant, and we can look at the Phoenix Suns and say they may have taken a step forward without Kevin Durant there. So when we talk about the Houston Rockets and what they've been doing, St. Gunn has been in and out of the lineup. Steven Adams went down early in the season when he was leading the league in offensive rebounds, man, when it looked like he was going to have an impact for this team and they were going to be something. So when you talk about the Houston Rockets, man, this is a favorable matchup for LeBron James, actually. In fact, you think the Lakers want to play the Denver Nuggets right now in the first round? You think they want to play the Minnesota Timberwolves again in the first round? Hell freaking no, man. They don't want to see the Timberwolves again in the first round. So obviously, this is a matchup that would favor LeBron James, in fact, but Kendrick Perkins is actually right here because the facts remain, man. Kevin Durant, the Rockets should not lose this series if Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves do not, in fact, play any minutes, man.
I agree, but and don't forget Van Vliet is out as well. So they, they trying to.
He's been out all year though, man. He ain't never been there.
Oh yeah. So, but this the thing though. Another reason why it's favorable for LeBron and the Lakers is because when you can't forget about that factor that no one wants to factor in, that the NBA is a business and sometimes they're going to influence certain things. If a series was to get influenced in this first round and some other team or some other player is going to get a little bit more help from the whistle, it's not going to be against Denver or against OKC. Out of all the teams in the West, the team that's probably going to get shafted the most is the Rockets, especially playing against the Lakers, right? So that's how I look at it. And LeBron knows that, just the storyline of the NBA, LeBron is here, Kevin Durant is here, according to the NBA. So they're not going to give Kevin Durant more favor in this series than they give the Lakers and LeBron.
I mean, I've been questioning KD's legacy even before the series came to be with the playoffs, simply because he changes teams so much. And I know that can even turn into a greater debate when we look at guys and how often they switch teams and what they leave behind and what they step into. And so what I come to learn about KD, he can't do it by himself, but we still have him up on the superstar, which is fine. Look at all that he's done, but he doesn't have the rep to kind of carry a team alone. He definitely needs help. And that's what his legacy, I think, is why it's called into question.
No, you're right. Because Mel, you said something about Brooklyn Nets, and you said something about Kevin Durant, Brooklyn Nets, and it wasn't necessarily a stain or a black eye on his career. But it absolutely was. Why? Because of the reasons why he went there and the reasons that he left, how the conditions under how he left. So it's absolutely a stain. Requesting a trade, having beef with the owner, getting Steve Nash up out of there as the head coach. We have to remember all things. Why did he go there? To prove a point. He was supposed to prove everybody wrong. Yo, I'm KD, man. I'm a guy to basketball. I'm going to go out of here. I don't need Steph Curry. I ain't no doubt, man. You went out there and what happened? You fumbled it up. Your toe was on the line. Whatever you guys want to say. We get it, man. It's excuses. But it's absolutely a stain, all right? So you move on. You go to Phoenix. I no doubt. Now you're trying to hear and do something else. You got Devin Booker there. You got your team, Bradley Beal. They bring in. They spend all this damn money. They get these fools in there. And what happens? Nothing goes on because there's no leadership involved. The intangibles of these players is what's lacking. That's what's lacking here. When we talk about the great players, the guys that I grew up watching, man, they had intangibles. They didn't have numbers. They had intangibles. They did things that didn't show up in the box score, man. They did things that galvanized everyone else around. Hell, they galvanized the freaking fans, man. You should have seen the fans out there. They were galvanized by the players.
When you say the guys of that generation had the intangibles, which guys are you talking about?
The great players.
Right. Okay. So we're talking about the Hakeems, the Jordans, the Duncans, the David Robinsons, the Kobes. We're talking about those guys. Those are the top shelf
great
guys,
players.
Right. So you're talking about the top shelf guys.
Close your eyes, Mel. Who do you think's a great player? Those are the guys I'm talking about. Don't act silly out here with me on the live show.
The top shelf guys in the top shelf era. That's a no-brainer. But that doesn't have anything to do with Kevin Durant.
That's not a no-brainer. Kevin Durant's one of them dudes, but he doesn't have them. That's what I'm telling you right now. The guys today, they have the numbers, they got the ads, they got the commercials, they got the freaking sneakers.
You said two true things, but there's no connection to those things. There's no nexus, right? The true thing is Kevin Durant don't have those leadership intangibles that those greats in the 90s had. But the other thing you said was it was a black eye in Brooklyn. I disagree. I don't think his intangibles came to mess with him with what was going on in Brooklyn. What happened in Brooklyn was something that what happened in Brooklyn was pretty much like the bubble. That's something that we probably will never see again. A player or a team being the favorites, both the number 2 and the number 3 getting hurt and missing the playoffs and leaving Kevin Durant by himself. And he couldn't get it done.
James Harden was there, man.
Hold on.
James Harden was there.
And then the next year, Kyrie Irving is suspended for the whole
excuses
season.
in me.
It is an excuse.
Then why he not still in Brooklyn then?
Huh?
He should still be in Brooklyn then.
Nah, because Joe Tsai messed that up.
They traded Harden
that's
and
a LeBron
Kyrie.
James fan base. You blaming the owners now?
Yeah, it's the truth though.
Joe Tsai definitely. Real quick though. I'm a blame Rob, Jay, and Perk. Rockets Kevin Durant questionable for game 1 versus Lakers on Saturday after sustaining injury during practice.
Sheesh.
How you gonna blame me? I ain't had nothing to do with that.
What was the injury?
His knee.
Lord have mercy.
Clutch sports strikes again, baby.
Kevin Durant is questionable for game 1 with a knee injury.
So what we just saying about? What we just talking about? The intangibles
and that's why I say I blame Rob, Jay, and Kendrick Perkins.
They do very much.
I didn't say anything bad about Kevin Durant.
The toe on the line, the series against the Boston Celtics when he averaged 5 turnovers a game.
Y'all said
excuses you just came up with. We gonna put all that in that same jar.
Y'all wanted storylines. Well, here you go. There it is. They just made it even.
It is what it is. But no, Phoenix was definitely that's the only place where I think it was just horrible. Phoenix was just horrible, man. Like, that looked very bad. Phoenix was that's the only black eye. But it's very hard to jump from team to team and try to start something, especially the older you get. You know what I mean? Like staying at OKC would have been his best bet. They was building something there and they could have kept building around him and he would have got the credit for everything. Unfortunately for him, he went to the Warriors. that was building around Steph, even though they needed Kevin Durant, no one's going to remember the story that way because of how everything played out. Steph went and got a ring before and after him, and then Kevin Durant is still team hopping, and that's harder than staying. Like what Steph Curry is doing in Golden State is saying, I'm staying here. We're going to have 2 down years. I'm going to miss the playoffs, but no one's going to say anything because I'm Steph, right? And then I'm going to pressure the ownership to keep building and let's go get Kevin Durant back. Kevin Durant said no. Let's go get Porzingis. Let's go get Chris Paul. Let's go get Jimmy Butler. Let's go get Al Horford. All these dudes they're bringing in. They bringing in so much help. Watch who they go after this summer.
Al Horford. You mentioned Al Horford is 39 years old, man.
Okay, we'll take Al Horford.
Al Horford was jamming it down.
Get the hell out of here, man.
But the point is. The point is when I'm making
Al Horford look like Atlanta Al Horford.
Stop it. Go to the next topic.
The point I'm trying to make is
you're not making a point. You brought up Porzingis and Al Horford. They also brought in Pat Spencer, who is DNP for the playing game.
What's my point, Robin? What's my point?
You're not making a point. I'm trying to help you out here.
You can't hear it. So my point is this: stand in Golden State and letting the front office go find help for you every single year when you can't get it done is different from leaving Golden State and trying to start over with a new organization. And after 2 years, if you don't get it done, your loyalty with that organization is the front office is what Phoenix wasn't loyal to Kevin Durant, and neither was Brooklyn. After Kyrie did what he did and Harden did what he did, there was no loyalty in neither one of those places. And you just can't build like that. And he's past 34 years old trying to build. It's too late for that. You know what I mean? So he's at a disadvantage with that, but it is what it is.
I'm curious. I don't know. I don't follow him, KD, too much on what he says in the media, but I do when I do hear things like when he mentioned that comment about the ring culture. I mean, that we can argue that is like another excuse. At least he says the ring culture is birthed from the media, as opposed to maybe just taking some type of accountability to his lack of being able to achieve a ring.
I mean, he have achieved too, though. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I'm talking about after that by himself.
Yeah, who has left their team and was able to achieve a ring after 34? I don't think nobody's done that.
Yo, you making all kinds of excuses. You sound ridiculous right now, man. You should look at the comment section, man. You sound crazy, dude. Come on, man. Listen, Kevin Durant's legacy has been in question for years now. You know this. This is not taken away from Kevin Durant as a great basketball player. But your career is full of all kinds of potholes, man. Those are the facts. What's his legacy? Who did these things? You're talking about age. You're talking about all this nonsense, man. Come on.
What's his legacy? What's his legacy?
His legacy is a guy who tried to take a shortcut and didn't get the respect that he thought he was going to get. That's why you come with burner accounts. You don't feel secure in your legacy. That's why he's out there doing this stuff.
All right, so I agree.
Kevin Durant comes swooping out of nowhere.
You also got to know that everyone on, like Steph Curry, took a shortcut by having Kevin Durant come join him. D Wade took a shortcut by having LeBron come join him. Chris Bosh,
Mel. Listen,
James, all of those guys.
Hold up, man.
No, Wade,
Kevin
Durant,
the 2010s,
Chris
Mel.
Bosh, Steph Curry, they all took shortcuts.
No.
Yes, they all took shortcuts.
No. You're missing the point of the 2010s here, Mel. And this is what this is the problem here. You're being disingenuous. Like I said, look at the chat. They're killing you right now. Listen, let's understand something, man. When we're talking about the 2010s, yes, dudes joined other people.
Well, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait before you say it. Let's make one thing clear. Let's not mention the chat because I can care less about the chat. Right?
What I'm trying to tell you is that you're not making sense to anybody but yourself right now.
I'm not, but that doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not on here talking so I can make sense to people in the chat. I don't do that. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. All right, so here's the point.
Let's get the facts. Let's get the facts.
What you're gonna do? What you're gonna do though? This is what you're gonna do, Robin. If I say something, what I don't want you to do is misrepresent it and say it means something else. Here's my point. When Kevin Durant legacy is on the line, like Kendrick Perkins said it is, he's saying the legacy is on the line. I don't agree with that. All right, that's the point I'm making. I don't agree that his legacy is on the line. You making all these other points, and it's not even directed at what I said, right? So, I mean, go ahead and have fun with your chat, but Be real about what you said.
The first point that I made, and then you went off on, like I said, you started losing everybody. And let's get back to reality, and we can continue, man. Like I said, man, I said that I thought what you said about the Brooklyn Nets situation was a black eye and a stain on his career. And I said why. I gave the facts about why. The reasons why he went there, you can say whatever you want, but he went there. They talked about the way he left. Those are the facts. You can blame the guy, the owner, whatever. That's the way he left. He demanded a trade, everything. Steve Nash, where's Steve Nash been? Right? Okay, I gave facts out. So you can feel how you want to feel, but I still gave the facts to you. And you're saying no, and you gave a bunch of real
but your facts not addressing
about
what I'm
Kyrie
saying.
Irving and guys being injured.
Yeah, but your facts, but those are facts as well. Hold on,
Kevin Durant's legacy is a joke. It's an absolute joke, his legacy. Those
are facts as well. Those are facts as well. Right.
His entire legacy is a joke. If he loses this series, he may not even play now.
Listen,
come on, man.
You made facts and I made facts. What is that?
You made excuses. You made excuses, I told you. You made excuses
for him. Fact, right? An excuse can be a fact, correct? Right. I didn't make an excuse for him, but an excuse can be a fact, correct?
And how could you disrespect your own life right now?
Answer that question. Hold on, answer that question. An excuse can be a fact, correct?
No,
yes. An excuse can be a fact. Like, here's an excuse. Harden, Kyrie got hurt. Is that an excuse and a fact? Yes, it is.
Harden was there. He was in the series.
He played, dude. What are you talking about?
He's on a bad hamstring now.
He was definitely playing on a bad hamstring.
No doubt. Kevin Durant, he's a man.
Go give me the numbers from James Harden in that series against Milwaukee.
Man.
That's
why you enjoy Steph Curry, right?
Go give me.
Hold
on. Let's. And so what we not about to do?
Join the Houston Rockets.
Hold on. What we not about to do
is joining him.
Hold on.
He's joining everybody.
So what we not about to do is have revisionist history. Let's not forget.
Facts,
hold on,
Chris. Don't come out here crazy now.
Let's talk facts. Let's talk about how.
I know you and Kevin Durant do.
Hold on. Well, let's talk about how Wardell, Stephen Curry, Draymond, Donkey Green.
Hold on. There's no need to get on Steph. I mean, there's no need to get on Steph. I mean, we know he did the same thing. It's the same crime. It's the same crime.
Facts are false. I think
that's unnecessary, though. I think it's unnecessary.
Go and personally ask Kevin Durant to come to them because they needed him.
But listen, I think that's unnecessary to talk about that. I mean, I just want to stay on the topic.
The super team era was started by LeBron James, right?
Hold on,
Kevin Durant.
Hold on, Robin.
Even over LeBron James was doing.
Robin,
You're talking about guys joining other great players.
Hold on. How about this? All right, look. It's unnecessary to bring up Steph Curry. I just want to stay on the topic of Kendrick Perkins saying that this is a legacy defining for Kevin Durant. If you agree or you don't agree, right? Like I said, I don't agree. All right.
I've been sitting here waiting for Britney's take.
We probably won't get it.
Well, definitely not going to give all that back and forth. I feel tired now. Man, that made me winded.
What's your thoughts, though?
Y'all not gonna like me for this, but I can't worry about that. I think KD skill wise is probably one of the greatest players in the history of the game. Right, the 2 rings, great. I love what he did with OKC. I just think that in the long term, I guess legacy is how people define you for the most part, right? During your playing career, he's going to always have his main supporters and his fan base. And granted, he's that great of a player. But I do think that as far as when we talk about superstars, I do think there was something that was lacking. And we're very well aware of this. This is just my thoughts. So I think it might, if he loses the series, yes, that is a problem. In my opinion, he's the big star. He's the big star on this team. You know, they got a lot of talent with this Houston team, but he is the guy. Regardless of what people think, he's the main guy. So it would be extremely embarrassing. I don't think they will lose. I just don't think the Lakers have enough, in my opinion. So
I mean, being that Kevin Durant hurt now, you ain't even 100%. That's tough.
He's questionable, but he's questionable, so he might still play. So
can I ask y'all a question?
It's questionable.
Let me ask y'all a question, right? knowing what we saw in the last 2 or 3 games that the Lakers and Rockets had against each other and how they were attacking Kevin Durant at the top with the double team and stuff like that, right? If the Lakers employed that tactic again and Ime doesn't do anything about it or doesn't have a scheme in place to go against that, or if he hasn't listened to Man Down Sports when everybody told him to put KD off ball, do you blame KD or do you blame Ime and the lack of adjustments in coaching for that?
So, you know what? We'll get into it a little bit more because we go break down the round 1 playoff series. So
can
can
I ask a simple question?
Yeah.
Please let me know if anybody here believes that the Rockets will win the championship.
No.
Then this series has no effect on his legacy. He's gonna lose this year. He's gonna lose.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you lose in the playoffs. He's gonna lose.
I got you, Jay, but I think losing to the Lakers though, and what's the name is out, right? Lucas out.
Supposedly,
he should
they haven't announced anything different yet.
Yeah, the reports say that he could come back definitely before Austin. Austin got 4 weeks.
So, I mean, they missing 2 important pieces to their team, so you definitely should not lose.
Yo, man, how you lose matters, man. All right.
Say Bronny hooping.
Hey, I will say this. You will see.
Finally, if that's the case, finally,
you will see a Bronny 30 ball in this series somewhere.
Yeah, he go get some minutes. Hey, so listen, so I will say this, and not to jump ahead to the playoff preview, we'll get more into it, but I will say this: the last time I seen the Rockets play the Lakers, and I seen the Warriors do this to Kawhi Leonard the other night. When they're trying to initiate their offense with the ball in their hand at the top of the key with a screen and roll, and they're doubling a hard, like as soon as you get the ball, they're not even allowing you to do that. They're doubling you. The Lakers did that to Kevin Durant, and he gave up turnover after turnover. It's just like Kawhi. They've forgotten it. They've been doing this high screen and roll thing at the top of the key so long in the NBA that when a team forces you to do something different, you forget that you can go in the mid post. And that's what I like about SGA. He's not doing it as much as he did last year and last playoff run. So I hope he don't get done the same way in the playoffs. But going to that mid post is your friend. You don't have to get all your offense with the ball in your hand with a high screen and roll. And you don't even have to get all your offense with the ball in your hand. So as long as Kevin Durant don't forget that, because I expect the Lakers to double him again. If he's still trying to handle the ball at the top of the key, it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be a long night and a short week.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I definitely, to just kind of force to talk a little bit about coaching, I definitely would take a Eam over JJ Redick coaching any day.
I wouldn't.
Me too.
That's because your allegiance to Duke is sickening.
Well, the reason don't matter. I would take my reason is that it has no merit on this conversation. I'm willing to say this right here. This is the least exciting first round series
out of all of them.
Yeah, to me.
First.
No.
Really? That's a cool call out. Which one you think is below that one, Mel?
Which one is below it?
Yeah.
Probably
I don't know.
Oh, OKC and whoever the fuck is the eighth seed.
Nah, I think
that's still exciting. Yeah, like at least it's a brand of basketball you like to watch.
Nah, I think.
I mean, that outcome is already decided.
I listen. OKC could sit out their starters and put us in the starting lineup, and we beat whoever the eighth seed is.
You know what? You know what, Melvin? You know what, Mel?
Is it Cavs Raptors?
I think so, and then it's Hawks and
Knicks.
The Knicks, yep.
Hawks, Knicks one.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh no, Trey's not even on that team no more. Never mind.
That's still gonna be a good one.
It's still gonna be good, but it would have been.
A good one.
I feel like it would have been so much better with Trey knowing his history at the Garden. This was tailor made for Trey to be on the Hawks, but they did what they did. It is what it is. Now this could be Kuminga's shining moment.
Yeah, they're probably gonna put OG on him.
Kuminga. Kuminga, you know what they like to play the other guy that got a little bit more beef. You know what I mean? They like to play him more than Kuminga. So what man?
That's too much.
Nah, keep going. Don't worry about it.
I missed
Hold on,
it.
let me look at this playoff picture, man, because I thought it was
beef.
This is definitely the least one see series in the West.
Which one?
Because we getting
Lakers,
OKC,
Rockets.
we getting OKC and
oh no, it's
whoever
Cavs Raptors.
yeah, we said that, and it's Hawks
What did I
Knicks.
say?
You said
I said
Cavs
Cavs
Knicks. You
Hawks.
said Cavs Hawks.
Cavs
It'd
Knicks.
be
Hold on, let
OKC, either the Suns or the Warriors, right?
And to be honest,
oh shoot!
to be honest,
I
I'd
did
rather
this
see the
wrong.
Suns. I'd rather see the Suns.
I shouldn't have did that wrong right there.
And then the Spurs play.
Better see the Suns over the Warriors.
Yeah, because yeah, to be honest with you, bro, because
outside of Denver,
I am a fan of Steph Curry, right? This is not how I want to see him go. This is not how I want his last playoff stint to be. A 4-0 ass whooping by the defending champions.
He'll be back in the playoffs again next year.
No, he's not retiring, but he won't be in the playoffs after this year.
I don't know. I disagree. There's talks that, like, even Kawhi, they're looking at Kawhi. Like, I think the Warriors are going to make big moves. And
with
even
what
if
money?
Steve Kerr leaves, they're still like the wealthiest team in the NBA. Like, Google wealthiest teams. I think Golden State's number one.
I don't think that transfers to the cap though. I think
you see how much help Golden State got to keep giving Steph Curry. I'm like, dog, are you serious?
Well, hold on.
Santos. I don't think they're spending money on Guy Santos if they don't have it.
Well, they gave him 20-something guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. They got it.
Any team in the league got 20 million.
Cool.
You're not getting Kawhi for 20 million.
But you can let someone
that second apron.
And I think they are cap strong, to be honest. Even with, I think they owe some money to some guys that they let go. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of, but if we, I mean, yes, Jimmy Butler, sure, cool. We calling Al Horford help?
Shit, without Al Horford, they wouldn't have won that game the other night.
That 14 points was loud.
I mean, you can't underestimate a freaking champion, dog. Come on, dog. A champion and a vet, like Al you just can't underestimate it.
It's a lot of rings on that team.
I guarantee the Charlotte Hornets would rather have Al Horford right now than Grant Williams.
Right,
bro. If Grant Williams misses one more corner three, he needs to retire.
Look, Al Horford don't gotta be the superstar. He's Mr. Old Reliable. That's all you need him to be.
Well, and KP was pulling that shit from the parking lot.
Yeah, he was.
If we gonna give LeBron credit for being in the league that long, we gotta give it to Al.
KP's long distance shot so ugly. Like you see how much space his legs cover when he's shooting it from that far out. This man damn near doing a jumping jack trying to get that shot off. But that shit went through.
Sure. Let's so they also was saying things like you know, and I'm not a big fan of having these type of conversations, but you know, the mainstream was saying this, and they were saying like this entire playoff series, like which player, you know, has the most to lose. You know, of course, Kendrick Perkins thinks Kevin Durant, but if you don't think it's Kevin Durant, then if you were to think that type of way, is there a player that has something to lose or has the most to lose in your opinion if they don't, you know, do well or win or get to the finals or whatever the case may be? Who got the most to lose?
There's one answer to this question, guys.
Who's that?
James Harden.
That's a decent call out.
We talking about this playoffs? This playoffs, who has the most to lose?
James Harden. He was brought in. He was brought in as the missing piece to get them over the hump. They said, damn the fact he's never been over the hump himself. Don't let none of that stop you. This is the guy that we need to get us to where we're trying to go. And if he can't get them to where they're trying to go, like it's time to start. It's 17 straight summers, man. Critics might not admit it. Like 17?
Hey Jay, what I've been saying for the last 4 weeks? What I've been saying? As soon as that regular season is over,
he already in Cancun.
That boy is gone.
You know why I don't like that those type of conversations when they have it is because if he lose, then what? Like what does he lose if he lose? Like, because the opinion we got of James Harden is already here. Him losing just confirms what that opinion was.
Dude, there's only one player that scored more points in the history of NBA with no championships than James Harden.
And what did that land him in your mind?
Oh no, they in the same. Ain't nobody in that box with that player. He in there by himself. Millman, it's Millman.
Millman.
He in that one box by himself.
Hand built.
I was talking about most to lose. It was hard because I feel like the Knicks have a lot of pressure on them. They've had a lot of pressure with this core that they built around them. You were thinking that. I don't want to say a specific player on that team, but I would think the Knicks, they definitely, yeah, I would say they got something on the line there.
Ain't this Mike Brown first year with the Knicks?
They don't care. Knicks will let your ass go. They don't care.
They already said if he don't, because what did old boy get him at conference finals last year? They already said if he don't get at least to the conference finals, he good and gone.
Damn. And then I think they'll let Karl Anthony go too. To be honest,
so I'm gonna say the player with the most to lose in this postseason for me, probably Jaylen Brown.
Really?
How?
I think because I don't think anybody's expecting.
We have gone off the rails tonight, y'all. Come on.
I don't think anybody's expecting an old school version of Jason Tatum yet. You know what I'm saying? I think
he's an MVP candidate.
What does he got? What is he? I mean, okay, or explain it. So he got something to lose, and jump in whenever you want to, Robin.
I'm done.
I think because he's an MVP candidate, and all the talk of this his entire time as essentially a Robin in most people's mind to Jason Tatum. Now he showed that he can lead, but regular season, none of that matters. Once we hit April, this is where it matters. The postseason. Now we see, can you really lead?
As a number one, that's what you're saying. Because we seen him lead from the passenger seat last year, and all the years they got to the conference finals and the finals. You know what I mean?
The passenger seat. Now he's the bus driver.
MVP and yeah, but I mean, I think the top two players are bus drivers. I think it's a co-pilot and a pilot. Anytime you fly a plane,
this year right here is a year. No matter what they achieve, they've overachieved already this year. They wasn't supposed to do none of this. I don't think he has anything to lose this year.
But they can't do what they did last year.
Games, Chris.
They did win. They did.
Hold on, did they win 60 games in Celtics?
They did not win 60 games. They did not win 60 games.
I would give it more to the Knicks and like a Jalen Brunson than I would do.
They won 56 games in Celtics.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't super mad at the answer. I wouldn't pick Jaylen Brown for the most to lose though. But I mean, I get what you're trying to say.
Now, of course, a guy like Harden or someone like we just mentioned, like Kevin Durant. I mean, come on, man. Like he said, Harden got a lot to gain. If he goes out there and balls out, then he got a lot to gain on his legacy because his legacy is in the dirt, man.
I think there's more in front of James Harden than there is behind with a certain outcome with this postseason. We already know what James Harden is as soon as we get to the playoffs. Soon as the calendar hits April, this guy disappears.
But let's say he balls out. Let's say Cleveland wins the championship. But if Cleveland wins the championship, everything that's ever been said bad about James Harden kind of goes away.
Right. So like Robin said, he got the most to gain, but the most to lose.
No, but he also has the most to lose too, because you don't want to be that guy. Like when you hear James Harden in the playoffs, it's almost nasty in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting against demons right now.
Guys,
remember, James Harden, he said he's chasing a ring. He said he's trying to get a ring.
Yeah. But why are we forgetting about Kenny Atkinson and Donovan Mitchell? We're not going to act like they have great postseasons either. So I get the whole James Harden thing, but when we talk about the Cavs, we have to include Donovan and Kenny Atkinson in the conversation on dropping the ball in the postseason.
That's right.
That's a whole team full of ball droppers, Paul.
Thank you. That entire team is built to lose. None of
but remember,
that team,
Kenny Atkinson was the guy that was there before Kevin Durant and these guys made him leave. When they brought them dudes in, Kyrie Irving, all these dudes, they got rid of Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson had the Brooklyn Nets bowling out. They were on the uprise. If you remember, Jared Allen on the Brooklyn Nets, they were on the uprise. Kenny Atkinson was doing the job. They got rid of Kenny Atkinson instead of maybe Kevin Durant and these guys bringing up a young, up-and-coming Kenny Atkinson. But they didn't let this dude shine. But you're right. You could put some onus on Donovan Mitchell. But when Jay lays out the storyline of James Harden being brought in there to be the answer, to be the X factor, so to speak, or to be like the missing piece, that's where all the pressure goes on James Harden. So like you mentioned, he ain't never performed under this pressure. But if he goes out there and wins a Finals MVP, that's the only way he's going to add to his life. He has to win the Finals MVP, man.
So I think if he just wins the ring,
that's not happening.
If he wins the ring,
now he got to win Finals MVP, man.
Or just perform well. So hold on. So if they just get to the finals and they lose to
same thing.
So James Harden
flopping for way too long, James Harden, man. He's been crying on and carrying on for way too long.
It's really nothing for Harden.
Guys,
Hey,
I love you guys. Let's talk realistic. They ain't making it to no finals. That's not happening. Let's be for real.
No, for sure. For sure.
Hold on. I think we just seen Halliburton and Siakam lead the daggone Pacers to the finals, dog. It can happen.
That's not happening with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
It can happen if the path is yellow and you got red high heels on. That's the only way it can happen for this Cavaliers team.
Halliburton raised his level of play.
I mean, I think. Well, not Harden.
And Siakam raised his level of play.
Yeah. I think Mitchell could do that. I don't know what Harden at this age could. I mean, you know what I'm saying, what he could do for a whole playoffs, a whole
run, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see that. But yeah, I mean, it's the East, man. Like, I mean, who's the apex predator in the East? Detroit, Boston. And we just seen what happened to Boston. We seen a better Boston team get taken down by Brunson last year.
Yeah,
they had more firepower and they got exposed.
I wouldn't say a better team. They had better big names. I wouldn't say a better team. This Boston team, from 1 to 10, plays ball, bro. I wouldn't say a better team.
They do. And I like the shot blocking aspect that my man bring. What is his name?
Is it EMS? But against Mitchell Robinson, he falls short every time. I'm not really sure why. He, for some reason, that matchup, them two, I don't know.
Fall short of the grace of God every time.
Everybody,
no, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Could come down.
Wait, hold on. Okay, all right. We said all these other names. We not saying Embiid and Paul George.
They have already lost all they have to lose.
I love the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey.
No one.
What's the point in bringing those two up?
No one expects the Sixers to do anything this year, guys.
No offense, but we
is Embiid playing?
No,
not.
Oh, he out.
Yeah,
you have your appendix removed to see if you're gonna play.
The appendicitis. Yeah, that's
right. I remember one time for a job I lied and said I got mine removed and I came to work the next day and they were like,
"Ma'am, hold on, take it back. Don't say that on live. Do not say that. Don't say that. Don't say that."
No, this was years ago. This isn't my current job. No.
She showed up to work the next day.
They said, "So you got it removed, huh?" I said, "Yeah." You got a scar? Yeah, but I can't show y'all that. You know? I had no idea it was that bad.
Hold on. So is he gonna be? Hold on. He not gonna be ready. He can't play.
Well, they ain't got before games.
Not for the first game. In the second game,
Philly ain't got before.
How long? That surgery is that intrusive?
Yeah, like it's
you losing a non-vital organ, dog.
This is not
non-vital. Right.
He's not going to sit down at work. This is a physical contact sport.
It's an invasive surgery for a non-vital organ.
Cincinnati quarterback came back in 3 weeks.
Joe Burrow?
Yeah, Burrow came back in like 3-4 weeks.
If it's in your body, it's there for a reason.
Yeah, but he just got it last week. They don't play a game a week in the playoffs, Jay.
Yeah,
he might as well meet the team in Cancun, him and James Harden.
If he plays, they're still going to Cancun, guys.
Yeah,
he can go to Cancun early and reserve the rooms.
Wait, man, how long are you out? Who was the lady who had a C-section, had a baby, and came back and played in the NBA? I mean WNBA.
You talking about
you can cut a woman open around her stomach, pull a baby out, sew her back up, and she can come back and play in 2 weeks.
And just shout out to women because
Hey,
hell no, women is different.
Women not coming back that fast.
And I'm sure it wasn't 2 weeks, bro. I'm sure it wasn't 2 weeks.
Listen. The mythology of women is legendary. The mythology of women is legendary. Bleed for a week
Was
straight.
it 2 weeks? It's crazy.
No, I'm exaggerating.
I know you're exaggerating because I know plenty of people who got C-section. They laugh the wrong way. Them stitches might.
Yeah, they can't even walk down the steps in 2 weeks.
Right. I'm like,
shout out to all the women out there, man, doing these incredible superhuman things, man. Shout out to y'all.
Hey, Robbie said, I'm not getting involved in that one.
No,
man said 2 weeks. Robbie got off the screen. He said, hell no. Y'all ain't gonna put me with that
amazing.
All right, man. Let's move, y'all. Let's talk about the play-in, man. One of the games is going on right now with the Hornets, and they getting blowed out about to start the fourth quarter.
Can we call it a game? I think the title game left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I do want to talk about Nick Wright's comments. I'm not gonna play them, but based on what we've seen from the Bam Adebayo dust up with LaMelo in the first play-in game that Charlotte had, and he tripped him. Obviously, he tripped him. Obviously, it was a dirty play, unnecessary, and all that stuff, right? But the talk about it. Huh?
It's not a common foul.
No. That's a common foul. It's a foul.
Go ahead.
No, it's a foul, right? So so he fouled him. He tripped him. They reviewed it after the fact. Gave him a flagrant 1 or flagrant 2. He got fouled. But Nick Wright made it personal, man, and said he's a freaking clown, and he's always been a clown. He always will be a clown. And that caught the ear of LeVar Ball, and LeVar didn't like it, and he had comments about it, man. But I just want y'all thoughts around the whole thing, starting from the trip to the backlash from it to the punishment to leading to this game and him getting blown out, man. What's y'all thoughts, man?
Look, in LeVar's head, only LeVar can call his son a clown. I'm sure he's called him that many of times. Nobody else is allowed to call him a clown. But
yeah, I always will be a clown is pretty crazy.
I think he was. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just think he said it for one because he's a young guy. Like that was low hanging fruit to call like a young guy that. I don't really necessarily. He's a very skilled player, and he's very unique. I do get this whiff of like AAU ball, almost like this aura of like he does not care. And so I think maybe Mr. Wright was coming from a place of he just sees that type of attitude and he does not like it. He probably just he's already categorized that type of behavior to be clownish, and so he tacked that on the Melo.
And the reason why that falls on deaf ears for me coming from Nick Wright is because one of his favorite players other than LeBron is Luka, and he ain't never said nothing about Luka crying to the refs and being immature. I think that's even more immature where you're taking away from your team's ability to win and defend because you're down the court crying and pouting to the referees on every call that you don't get. I think that's more childish for him to think that. What I really think is going on with Nick Wright is he just don't like LaMelo Ball, and when you don't like people and they're not giving you the ammo for you to come out and kind of like target them, you'll be quiet. But as soon as something comes out and you be like, oh, I can get away with saying this, all of it comes out. This is stuff that he always thought about LaMelo, right? And he thought that he was going to, have a lot of people on his side when he said this and he was going to get away with it, man. That's all that was.
Nah, I think.
You mentioned earlier, Jay was talking about how it was Kendrick Perkins before. He was like, it's Kendrick Perkins. I don't listen to what Kendrick Perkins has to say. It's Kendrick Perkins. You're saying a similar thing about Nick Wright. It's Nick Wright. These kinds of things you get from Nick Wright. He contradicts himself. He's a hypocrite. The facts remain. LaMelo Ball's a goof, man. He plays the game like a goof. LaMelo Ball plays the game with a very low IQ. That's what a lot of these young guys play the game with, a very low IQ game. I watched the entire fourth quarter of that play-in game with the Charlotte Hornets, man. And LaMelo Ball was out there chucking up. This man went 2 for 16 from the three-point line. This dude out there and was chucking up three-pointers in a tight game, just taking terrible low IQ shots. So it's not about you missing the shots. Listen, you're going to miss shots. But it's the kinds of shots that you take, the kinds of positions you put your team in. So you force guys like Miller and the Bridges and guys like Kobe White to come off the bench and save you and put you in a better position when you guys should have really lost that game. And the play alone, did you see the play with Bam Adebayo? It's a goofy play. This man goes to the hole. He falls all goofily, throws himself to the ground, falls into Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo standing on one leg, trying to keep himself in bounds, tries to save the ball in. He pulls his heel out from underneath him. Bam Adebayo falls on his butt, rolls to the side, and starts immediately rolling around. The entire sequence is the goofiest stuff that you see in the freaking NBA right now, man. So yes, LaMelo Ball's a clown. He's a goof. He plays low IQ basketball. This is what he does. Those are the facts.
Yeah.
Man.
To the play, the play was a bad play, pulling his foot from under him. Low IQ, I wouldn't say that, man. I think LaMelo Ball has a high IQ as a basketball player. I mean,
2 for 16.
Yeah, 2 for 16. He took the shots that he always took during the season, but the same.
It's low IQ play. That's right. Why your team ain't like that.
No, that's his shot. Dirk took one-legged.
How many playoff games LaMelo Ball been in, Mel?
Look, I let you go on that rant.
How many playoff games?
I knew once I started talking, you was gonna interrupt. So I was like, let me make sure I don't interrupt him. So I let you finish that, but my rebuttal, and then I'm gonna shut up. Just because he take a one-legged shot don't mean it's low IQ. Dirk took one-legged shots, right? That's his signature. I'm not comparing Dirk to LaMelo. I'm telling you, it's a one-legged shot. I'm comparing one-legged shots. That's his shot he's been taking since high school. That's how he shoots. He's unorthodox, right? That's not low IQ. The going 2 for 16. We've seen stars go bad shooting. Con Knipple went bad shooting. There was a lot of people bad shooting, but I like my gunners to keep gunning. Right. This is how we got here, and that's how we go down with the ship, go down shooting. What Con Knipple did when he was missing shots, he went 0 for 6, 0 for 7, and he stopped shooting in the second half.
Man.
His confidence was gone. LaMelo kept shooting, and a lot of shots that went down in the fourth quarter was big shots, especially the game winner he hit, man. So I don't have no problem with that. I don't think it's low IQ either.
Well, here's the thing, guys.
That's crazy.
Nick Wright.
Hey, Robin. Hey, look, man. Either control yourself or just go, man.
Mel, but you compare him to Dirk Nowitzki and
you know good and hell well I didn't compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, dude. Don't say bullshit just to try to win an argument. I'm not saying that he's up there with Dirk Nowitzki. I'm saying Dirk takes one-legged shots, and so does LaMelo.
Dirk Nowitzki, that's his patented move. He won a championship shooting.
It's LaMelo's patented move as well.
He's never been to a playoff game.
Let me ask you a question, and this go tell me if we could continue this conversation or not. Do you really think that I'm comparing LaMelo Ball to Dirk Nowitzki? Do you really think that, or are you just trying to win the argument? Be honest. Do you really think I'm comparing? Do anybody else on the panel think I'm comparing LaMelo to the great Dirk Nowitzki? Anybody?
Do anybody think his shot?
So you don't think I'm comparing him to Dirk?
When you think of one-legged shots, you think of Dirk Nowitzki, not LaMelo Ball.
That tells me everything I need to know. Am I comparing him to Dirk or not?
You just did, Mel. You just did, man.
I'm comparing him to Dirk. All right, Jay, go ahead.
Nick Wright is an expert in football.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He is not. No, he is not.
Listen. A lot of things he say in football is amazingly spot on.
No, it's not.
You know, and I'm not biased. I just know what I know.
You just saying it because he said stuff about Pat Mahomes.
No, I just know what I know. I'm not biased. I'm coming from a totally non-biased place when I say that what Nick Wright says about football is accurate. Now, I've watched LaMelo Ball at high school interviews. One time the Ball Boys was on wrestling. Hey, this boy's a fucking clown. Understand that. Listen, he's 100% clown. I see him online on TikTok. He's a clown.
He punched a mascot.
Yeah. Something wrong with Buddy, man.
You scared me too. I might just swing. Come on.
Yeah.
Standing in the corner like that is crazy.
He was the boss.
So, but I say that
it's taking a one-legged three, low IQ. Because if it is, we got to call it for Dirk too. We got to say Dirk is no IQ as well.
His clownish has nothing to do with his game.
Right.
No, he's an elite basketball player. He can play basketball. He can play basketball, but he's also it spills over sometimes. Like they play, like Robin, you said it. The whole sequence of events was goofy.
Yeah,
because number one, like him grabbing Bam's heel was wrong, and it was a foul. Also, Bam also didn't have to fall.
Yeah, he was already on one leg. You know what I mean?
All he had to do was put his other foot down.
He grabbed his leg. His weight was already shifting that way.
But all he had to do was put his other foot down.
No,
momentum took him up.
In real time, LaMelo did.
Guys, hold on. Before you go there, you got to remember I wrestle, and a lot of times we attack one leg, so I understand all of that. All he had to do was put his other foot. Listen, all he had to do was put the bottom of his other foot on the mat.
Bam don't wrestle.
You a wrestler. You are trained to know how to counter that.
What I'm saying is he didn't have to fall. He failed.
Nothing in basketball tells you to train on the floor. So Bam doesn't train to be on the floor.
He shouldn't have been on the floor, is what I'm saying.
Was the play
catch yourself?
Was he going for a loose ball? Like, was he trying to save the ball from out of bounds?
So I can't remember who it was, but somebody had threw the ball. Bam had caught it and was facing. His back was towards the baseline. He was trying to find somebody to throw it into.
He'd already thrown the ball before Buddy pulled his ankle,
and he was leaning back on one leg, and you could tell he was probably about to hop back on that one leg once he let the ball go. But then LaMelo grabbed his heel, took it from underneath him, and he couldn't get back stable.
Hey, real quick, there's a super chat that says LaMelo is not elite.
Well, so I mean,
he's an elite basketball player. I didn't say he's right at elite status beyond all-time greats. No, first of all, everybody who's in the NBA is elite. Understand that.
I give him
everybody's a stretch, Jay. Everybody, there's a young cat in LA that wears number 9 right now.
Ran into the contemporaries.
Everybody in the NBA bust y'all ass. Every single last one.
How about we say this?
Not elite.
Everybody in the NBA is talented.
Everybody in the NBA is elite.
Well, hold on. What? So you gotta at least be an all-star to be elite, right? So I mean, I guess the all-stars are elite, So
listen, no.
Elite is the all NBA guys. Elite Mel is the top guys in the elite. That's elite. What's higher than elite? There's nothing higher than elite. That's the top of the top. All NBA.
Well, listen. Okay, so I said at least all-star. But if you taking the best out of the all-star, the all NBA, yeah, cool. Make them elite. All right. So I'm not even gonna argue if LaMelo is elite or not. But I will say this: the way he plays is free will and kind of loosey goosey. It's the same kind of thing that kind of annoyed Rick Adelman about White Chocolate J. Will in Sacramento. He's elite with the ball. He could shoot it, but he did a lot of goofy stuff that was uncalled for at times, right? You can call it low IQ, yeah, but when he got to Hubie Brown over there in Memphis, he calmed down. I mean, he came better, and then when he left Memphis, he won the championship with Miami and Shaq and all that stuff. So I get it, but J. Will, no one's gonna not say that J. Will wasn't elite with what he did. Did he reach elite status as the top 10 or top 10 players in the league? No, he didn't. But he was an elite ball handler, elite passer. He was very good, and I think that's what LaMelo is as well.
I think that's a good point. He's just unique in his style of play. Like I can't stand watching Karl-Anthony Towns play, but he definitely is an elite player. So and we could go down the list, and same thing with Halliburton on how he shoots. You just like certain things that people do, and you're like, not my cup of tea, but we still
all
can.
NBA players. Yup.
We can still.
LaMelo might make 13 this year.
Based off
Did he play enough games? Did he make 65?
He played 70.
That's sad. You gotta ask that.
He played 70-something games. Him and probably 68, I think. 69, something like that. Yeah, he played. This is the crazy. Most games he played this season. So it was dope.
I mean, that's a start for sure.
One thing about that ball DNA, it don't last long.
Well, this was his. We had to put in perspective. This was his opportunity to show us something, And this is what he produced. I mean, that he came in clutch at the end against the Heat to get him to the next stage in the play-in, but not making it out of the play-in. Yeah, it just continues to speak to how much work he still has to do as a player.
But Charlotte's not really a good team, guys.
But he definitely his entire season showed us something.
No, I'm just playing.
His entire season showed us something, and then he showed us something in that play-in game. He had 30. He had 10 assists. He missed most of his threes. He was shooting phenomenal from everywhere else. It was the threes that he was missing.
No, it was the moments, Mel. The moments. That's what I was saying before, Mel. The moments. He was 12 for 31. All right, so he scored 30 points, right? But he took 32 shots or whatever he took. Listen, I'm not knocking him as far as he ain't a good player. But we're using certain words here, like elite, and we're trying to put him in a category that he's not in. And when I say he plays low IQ basketball, that's the facts of the matter. You want to call him a clown or think that clown's a harsh word that Nick Wright used? Yeah, okay, we can go back and forth about whether we feel about the word clown being used to describe LaMelo Ball. But the fact is that his father's always acted like a clown, talking about, yeah, I beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. I could do it. So he gets this thing from his father, right?
Comes from. It comes from his dad. That's where it comes from. It comes from his dad. That's where most of it comes from.
So what I was saying was in the game that I watched, the fourth quarter, he was taking a lot of low, bad percentage shots. He was getting bailed down by Bridges and Miller. I was watching the game.
He's hit those shots all year, though.
What I'm saying is in the moment when you're 2 for 16, you have to think to yourself,
Robert, hold on, Robert. Let me ask you something.
Stop chucking the threes up. And you know what also happened? Hold on. He also had subbed LaMelo Ball out at the end of that game for defense. So when we talk about how great you are, they were subbing him out on D.
Hold on. They
were subbing him out on D.
Listen. Melo Ball in the playoffs, and any guard in the playoffs, you're not getting super high percentage wide open shots. Most of the shots you're going to take are going to be contested against crazy good defense. It's the freaking playoffs, dog. I'm not mad.
Sticking them like Jaime Jaquez in this instance.
I mean, they had.
I think it was like Jaime was on.
I mean, a lot of people on them. It was a lot of
people.
Like
for the most part, it was Jaime. Jaime's the longer guard.
It was defense by committee, honestly. I think.
Okay. No, it was. But look, I didn't mind what he did. I've seen Kobe take a lot of shots and miss a lot of shots, and they won those games. I've never had a problem with people's field goal percentage, and if they're gunning, and
they were subbing him out, Mel.
But they need him to shoot. That's his role on that team.
Out with it was like 2 minutes 45 seconds.
They subbed him out mad times.
If my role on that team is to shoot the ball and I'm off, if I don't shoot, then advantage that other team. I have to figure it out. So sometimes you're gonna have bad percentage shooting nights. I'm fine with that. He's got to work through that and he'll come back. But that I don't think that's an indictment. That's just something you got to come back and do better. Like name the star guard or the star player and grab a playoff performance, and they're going to have some bad shooting nights. I guarantee you. I think that's
Curry off the top of the dome.
Of course. Hey,
Steph Curry's had some terrible playoff games.
Did y'all think he should be suspended? I'm gonna tell y'all what Draymond Green said, and it's my first time hearing it. So I think
I'd love to hear this. I'd love to hear this pot called the kettle, whatever.
Future Hall of Famer.
You ain't lying about that one, Jay.
This is an 11:59 pot.
Intentionally tripping Bam out of Bayou, causing Bam ultimately to fall on his butt, hurt his back, and have to exit the game. Before Bam exited that game, he was working Diallo. There was nothing Diallo could do in that post. No, excuse me, not Diallo, Diabate. Before Bam got hurt in the beginning of that game, he was working Diabate. And there was nothing Diabate could do to stop Bam in the post. Bam just putting his shoulder in his chest, getting right to the front of the rim, easy bucket. And then he got hurt. Now, I think I can speak to this as good or better than anyone because I am actually someone that my ankle got grabbed and I stumped on the chest. And when the guy grabbed my ankle, there was no fine.
Nobody grabbed
There was no suspension to him. There was always suspension to me. But I said, so him grabbing my ankle means nothing?
He
can
believes
just play on my ankle like this while I'm trying to run? And what I said back then was, unfortunately, I have to get hurt for them to do something to him. And that's a shame. That's a shame. If Bam Adebayo doesn't get hurt, LaMelo Ball doesn't get a fine. But let's take it a step further. I'm happy they didn't suspend LaMelo for a game because you can't suspend him just because he got hurt. And we saw the same thing when Sabonis grabbed my ankle and nothing happened.
Hey, look, I'm gonna stop it right there. He kept talking.
Who's 81? Kobe's 81?
But hold on. No. He's spitting. All the people who had a problem with Draymond stomping dude's chest, and Draymond was saying he grabbed my ankle, and everybody like me said there's nothing wrong with, like, he grabbed the ankle. It's basketball. Like, you know, he grabbed your ankle, whatever. You know, it's cool. And I said the same thing about LaMelo. I said, man, it's just a regular foul. He grabbed his ankle, man. Call it and keep going. That's what I said. So I'm consistent with not having a problem with Sabonis grabbing the ankle and not having a problem with LaMelo grabbing the ankle. The people that are not consistent didn't have a problem with Sabonis, but had a problem with LaMelo. So he is spitting.
Wait, Mel, when you play basketball, you be grabbing people's ankles?
I didn't grab nobody's ankles.
That's exactly the type of basketball player he is.
Right.
Hey, boy, you stupid.
I grab my ankle.
I'm playing basketball out in the park. If someone grabs my ankle,
really give him a
I'm
reason.
gonna be like, yo, what's going on here? This is
Don't
weird.
grab my ankle.
There's definitely aggression. There's levels. If you're truly a basketball player, you know there's certain things that's like dirty below the belt. Like, bro, you're not supposed to do that type of plays, type of actions and stuff like that. I can't really recall exactly what Sabonis did to Draymond. I just remember Draymond stomping on Sabonis. I can't get that clip out my head. So
Internet is forever.
I want to pull it up real quick.
Internet is forever. I'm on the way. Don't even worry about it.
Internet
I just want to see it real quick.
Internet is forever.
You gotta have a problem. Either you have a problem with both, or you don't have a problem with both. You can't
I'll
have
say
a
this.
problem with one and not the other.
But
whether or not the NBA suspended LaMelo, the rest of the Hornets played the night like he was suspended. They played like all of them was suspended.
Or did the NBA call the game like everybody was suspended? Like, hey, we can't give you a real punishment, but y'all ain't going no further.
I don't think LaMelo Ball meant whatever, like with the way that it happened. Like I said, when he grabbed his ankle, I don't think that he had any intent for it to go and play out the way it did. Because, like you said, Mel, it was one of those things where, like, you know, it was like, oh man, you grab someone's ankle because you could tell he was kind of annoyed. Because, like I said, when you look at the overall play, he felt as if he was fouled when he was going down to the ground. So it was one of those things out of frustration, but you didn't intend it to have, you know, the consequences. Like I said, for him to fall on his tailbone the way that he did.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Go ahead, play it.
Nah,
he ain't grabbing his ankle at all, bro.
Hold on. There he go. He's got his ankle right there. He's grabbing it.
But
he grabbed his ankle after he kicked him in the head, Melvin.
No, he grabbed his ankle with two hands.
Go back. Go.
Look, there.
Hold on.
He got kicked in the shoulder before he grabbed his ankle.
No. He's trying to pull his foot out of his arm.
No, let it go. Let it play forward.
Chris is doing a horrible job at this. But good job.
Hold on. After, let it go to the next one, the different angle, right here.
So
right now he's grabbing his ankle right now. You're not going nowhere because I'm not. Look,
I think he's trying to cover his face.
No, he's preventing Draymond from getting down the court because I'm not up. You about to get a layup. He's holding him. He's holding him so he can't sprint down the court. That's exactly what he's doing. Don't sprint down the court.
That's a weak ass hold. I think he's trying to cover his face because he knows Draymond right there.
No,
those two ankles aren't the same. Those two ankle scenarios not the same for me.
They don't have to be the same. It don't have to be the exact same. It's impossible for it to be the exact same.
Wait,
but he's grabbing his ankle.
Was Draymond the one that stepped on?
Go back to the beginning of the play.
Was Draymond the one that stepped on dude's face? Stepped on a player's face before?
Nah, that's the he stepped on his chest. That's the one.
No, it was a different one.
Nah, this load up is crazy.
It is. We all said that. Listen,
this is wild.
Hold on. Listen, we all agreed that Draymond should have been suspended. We had conversations on the show about that. But nobody had a problem with Sabonis grabbing his ankle. No, that's the point I'm making. Nobody had a problem with Sabonis grabbing his ankle. But now we got a problem with ankle grabs.
No, I necessarily don't have a problem with none of it.
That's all I'm saying.
You're a wrestler. That's coming from wrestling. You like doing that wrestling.
Robin, talk to me, Robin. Talk to me.
I think what we have with LaMelo Ball is almost an ankle, like Like I said, if you look at the play, LaMelo Ball is actually like scooping his ankle, his foot out from underneath him. He's
Correct.
on one leg. So it's a different kind of, motion if you think about the motion.
Definitely different. But what Draymond is saying is, I'm trying to run, you're grabbing my ankle, I can get hurt. We didn't buy that nonsense, right? And we had no problem with the Sabonis ankle grab.
Yeah, I think he definitely grabbed his ankle.
He definitely did.
Definitely did.
And it could definitely injure Draymond Green. It can, just like it injured Bam.
Absolutely.
Right. So,
but the daggone Hulk Hogan stunt couldn't have injured.
But Draymond Green was on 2 feet firmly on the ground when he grabbed his ankle.
Yeah, I don't think nobody count. I don't think nobody.
And then he took 2 feet and put him firmly in the air and stumped that man's chest.
Stumped on his monkey. Yeah. I don't think nobody counting where their feet are at when they, out of instinct. It was basically, I want to foul you so you can either go out of bounds or something. And I'm frustrated. I want to foul you. I don't want to hurt you. I want to foul you.
Yeah,
listen, Bam and the Boss shouldn't even been.
And the boys just got blowout. It's 2 minutes left, and they down 89-116 to the Magic. So it'll be Magic versus Detroit. Magic versus Detroit in the first round.
Nope, that's the most boring series in basketball.
Okay.
Not if Ben Carroll comes to play.
The Warriors Suns game just started.
No comment.
Ben Carroll got something to prove, man, too.
I believe he do, man. Like he
no comment.
He been getting trashed all season, dog.
Listen, you're not gonna get me to say anything bad about a player that went to school in Durham, but it's hard.
What y'all think about the other
except for RJ Barrett?
What y'all think?
The other playing games before this one, I put it in the group chat. They'll never get rid of the play-in tournament. They keep producing games like this.
I've been on record saying I hate the play-in tournament. Like you're giving people chances to make it who didn't make it. Mm-hmm. I'm against it. I've been against it, but the games have been really, really entertaining this year.
The way they play.
Yeah. Hell, every game ought to be it's
intense. I wish right. I wish the playoffs was like that.
And it's so crazy because you playing for the honor to go get fucked up by the first and second seed.
That's actually funny. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, but Chris, teams used to do that at the end of a regular season. Teams used to be battling for that last 8 seed, that 7 seed, man.
Yeah.
They'd be fighting for that spot, like you said, to go against the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? To go against the San Antonio Spurs in the 2000s or the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So there's some pride there for you to go out there and compete.
It's also a roster a bonus with this. We make the playoffs.
And just because you finish that. Yeah, just because you finish first in the regular season, no guarantee you're gonna make it out the first round. We've seen that time and time again.
Remember the Denver Nuggets with the Kembe Mutombo, baby? When they beat the Sonics? You guys remember that? You remember the We Believe Warriors when they beat the Dallas Mavericks?
The Sonics
I don't
was
know if
cooking
I was alive for the
dog.
Sonics.
Yeah.
Nah, the Sonics was cooking.
I was alive.
I still remember the Kembe on the ground holding the ball, screaming. Man, that was crazy. Nobody expected that for real.
Weren't the Rockets a 6 seed when they won it all?
Also, those Nuggets uniforms was crazy.
Right, Chris?
Yeah, for real.
With the blue,
they got to bring those jerseys back.
Yeah, with the line,
with the rainbow joints.
Oh,
yeah, this is cold. I don't like the fact that they did the dark blue with the rainbow joint for they joint this year. If they would have brought back that classic blue, tough.
Yeah.
Now listen, most alternate jerseys in the NBA right now are trash. They don't even go with the team colors. Like the Hornets got that orange and navy blue. What the fuck is that? They look like the Bobcats.
Right.
Yeah, they got the whole logo.
They paying homage. They paying homage, Jay.
Why would you pay homage to the worst years of existence? No, I'm saying like you won't be like just wake up and say, "Hey man, tomorrow we celebrating slavery." Like, you just don't do that. All right, that's the line. My bad, guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, hey, I don't know now, man. The way we eat, we still celebrating slavery. You do know we ain't got to eat soul food no more, right? We can eat healthy.
Shouldn't me?
Robin, hey, Robin, you in good health, dog. Are you eating soul food every day?
You can't do that.
Chicken. Exactly.
Why you think black folks like hot blood pressure?
Eat it every day.
Nobody's saying eat it every day, but
hey, come on, man, stop.
I'm impartial to some oxtails every once in a while.
Listen.
You better get that Mediterranean diet.
Eating it every day is crazy.
people eat it every day, dog.
No, I don't think they eat it every day.
I can't eat soul food every day. I can't.
Well,
There's
you might not eat
nobody-
soul food, but you eating like a slave. Have you had a bag of pork rinds lately?
Hell no.
Hey, I fucking love pork rinds.
Pork rinds is
You
good.
probably
but
have.
hey,
I love pork rinds. I go to the farmer's market and get them shits.
Smart.
No, pork rinds is good.
hey,
That's what
I
I'm
got-
saying. When
I
you,
go
when
to the
you make
farmer's
your,
market, we
when
tryna
you make
get
your
fresh
collards,
fruits
are
and
you just
vegetables.
cooking collards? Or are you putting fat back and freaking all types of spam and turkey? I don't know what type of.
No,
I'm
don't
just
knock.
naming- I'm just naming
Don't
facts.
knock us because we know how to make food taste good.
Yeah,
hold on,
Nobody
time
wanna-
out.
don't want to. Don't nobody want to
this
eat
man
that
said spam in the
unseasoned, bland
smoke-
bull
this
crap
smoked ham-
over
this
there.
smoked
Robin,
ham
Let
hocks
us
Robin,
eat
you
getting
better
dropped
our
in them
talk to him.
greens.
seasoned, tasty
Robin, you
food.
better talk to him, Robin. You better
Listen,
talk
this,
to him,
this
Robin.
smoked ham hock is getting dropped in these
And I'm
greens. This
pretty well
andouille
fit.
sausage is getting dropped in
This
these
man
greens.
said a ham hock. They don't even
This
sound
bacon
like
fat getting dropped in
Nobody
these.
eat.
bacon fat. Lord have
Nobody eat no
mercy.
ham hock no more.
Who don't do ham hocks? I
People
put a smoked ham.
Yo,
I put a
listen,
full
and
smoked
your
ham hock.
greens.
There's
Yes.
a reason why black folks
Nah,
got
we
high
do
blood pressure. Let's
turkey
be
now.
real. All right, let's get the facts out here, okay?
Smoked turkey.
All right,
smoked
my
ham
black
hock.
We did- we
Hey,
did
Chris, you ain't got to do that, bro.
But
They all
we
got high
switched
blood
Hey,
it
Chris, you don't
now.
have to do that, man.
Hey, smoked
You
turkey
can't
neck,
be eating
smoked
that
ham
stuff. You
hock.
can't go on that Mediterranean
smoked
diet.
We changed it
Yeah.
now.
Smoke
Ain't
whatever.
no,
Hey,
ain't
time out.
no more ham hock.
Hold on. Time out,
You eat
guys.
that stuff
Hold
in moderation.
on. I got a question for him because he said he put bacon fat and stuff, right?
That's crazy.
What are you doing with the
Look, that
bacon that you've
that
got
is
said bacon
crazy.
fat from?
Then you crumble the bacon and put it on the green beans.
Sheesh. Blood pressure looking like a credit score.
Hey, I knew. Y'all see how I tricked him? Y'all see how I tricked him?
You might be right with Chris.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you see how
Swine.
Like, bro.
Hey, that swine is so divine.
Swine is so defined and just as fine.
Yo, I'm dying.
Sheesh.
Uh,
All right, let's
But you know what? I
break
draw the
down
line
some
at
of
pork chops. I can't eat pork chops.
I ain't had a pork chop in a while.
I can't eat pork chops. I can't. Smothered, fried, no way you serve it. I can't eat a pork
you
chop.
better slow down, man.
Yeah.
But you
Only thing,
put-
only thing I fry is my hair when I perm it. Talk to him.
Who's 81?
Fried, died, laid
Hey,
to the side.
Jay, who's 81? Kobe's 81?
You got the S-Girl kit.
We got Rashad
Listen.
McKee, man. It's out the mud.
Hey, since
that Murray?
Britney and Bree was so quiet last segment, I'll let y'all start off how y'all think this matchup. Now that we know the Hornets is not going to advance, the first round is looking like Pistons 1 seed playing the Magic 8 seed. Man, is there any chance that the Magic can pull this off?
I think they might could at least get one. We can't. There's certain things that certain players that the Magic have, that I don't want to count out just yet. And I'm not like when I think about matchups, like if you got if we don't see a great offensive production from guys like Osora Thompson, or even Duncan Robinson being consistent, or I think Kevin Huerter's been decent. Yes, we have our superstars. We have Kate, Jalen. You see what I'm saying? There's Paolo Franz. But I always look at guys like a Jalen Suggs or a Gortat, or what's his name? Gora Batadze. I hate when I butcher names. But it's going to come down to those guys in this particular type of series, because I think both teams struggle with certain things. And if they can do the things that they struggle with really well, then yeah, it'll be probably easy 4-1. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 5-2. I just wouldn't be surprised with that.
What they got to do though? Like what do the Magic have to do?
4-2. 4-2.
Oh yeah,
What playoff format is that?
my bad.
Like
4-2 guys.
Nah, beat him again. I don't care if you beat him 4 times. Do it again.
What you
This
say?
ring
I wouldn't be
light
surprised if I
is
see a 5-2.
I'd be
you know
down
what I meant.
surprised I see a 5
Hey,
too.
what's this?
Bree,
Lil
let me
Wayne-
see your
I
cup.
see the 5-2.
Bree, let me see your cup. Where's your cup, Bree?
Lil Wayne
No,
lyrics.
it's just water.
Dude.
It's only water.
Is
today.
water tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got
No
no excuse. then.
excuses. 5-2 guys. 5-2.
4-1
Hey, I
or
wouldn't-
5-2, either way.
How about
Put some
10-4?
steak on it.
How about rock through that?
I knew what you meant, Bree. I ain't
Appreciate
gonna do you like that. I knew what you meant.
Nah, listen, if
Jay,
go ahead.
you said Breed and Brit.
Yeah.
Mhm,
All right,
I did
let me
say
get-
that.
Because I'm about to forget. I think I
And
forgot
then
half
Robin,
my
since
thoughts.
he the guest.
No, I think for me, I think any team always has a chance once you make it. But realistically, Yeah, I'm going with the Pistons. I think I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna say a gentleman's sweep. I think Magic is a physical team. I know they get to the free throw line. I think they were probably the top in the league, I believe, this year.
Yep.
I don't know if outside of, like Bree said, outside their superstars, can the other guys raise their level of play? And I think that's the most important part when it comes to these playoff games, because we know what Detroit odds are, who they're going to focus on mainly, right? This is a 7-game series. You're going to focus on the Magic stars. So that means your role players or your other guys, they got to raise their level of play. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that against this Detroit Pistons defense.
Right.
I'll say this. I think, of course, the Pistons in 4, but I think what you'll see from JB Bickerstaff, because the play on the court for sure, but you'll see just how much JB trusts his role players and his backup guys, his second unit. Those guys, they're the heart of the team for real. So you'll see you'll see it in the rotations. You'll see how these guys are hungry. They play good defense. So, and they're not afraid to go up against anybody. So these guys you're gonna see how he trusts his rotation, and that'll be the difference.
And
all right, go ahead, Jay. Me and Robin to go last because me and Robin talked the whole first segment.
My goodness, yes.
Hey, that's my dog, though, man. Hey, Robert, you my dog, man. Man, $100,000, dog.
Y'all get winded?
Hell no, because when
Robin's about to hit them.
I'll be like,
y'all make one to, and that's when the other one takes a breath.
Like, golly.
If
this shit was looking like, look at me now with Chris Brown and Busta Rhymes.
If Detroit lose this series, you got to blow it up. This team is constructed hard. If they lose this series, get rid of everybody.
Sell the team.
Move them to Tijuana. Tijuana Pistons. Yeah,
I heard they giving away money in the WNBA.
Yeah.
A bunch of Juana fans.
So what I'm saying is there's no justifiable reason that they should lose.
Right.
Hey, if they do
not
lose,
even. Well, hold on. The way Orlando played tonight was what we thought we was gonna see from them all season. I don't know how they didn't put it together, but now with a sense of urgency, they was able to put it together. But then again, they lost the first playing game, so I mean, we never know when that team go show back up. So. But we had high hopes for Orlando last year, right? Wasn't they kind of surging just like Detroit was surging?
Thank you.
Like,
they got hit with a slew of injuries. Paolo was gone for most of the season. They lost one of the Wagners. They lost one of the Wagners.
Mortiz was out. Yeah,
Mortiz was both Wagners to some injury. They were hurt, and it fucked them up at the wrong time.
You know, that's a great point, though, because Franz is just coming back towards this end of the season. We could just see him getting warmed up and acclimated, playing alongside Desmond Bane and Jalen Suggs. And again, we seen Jalen Suggs show up big when they were on that NBA Cup run, and we saw him knocking crazy shots down. So I don't want to count that. That's already 4 people in their team, and then we could add 5, 6, maybe. So Anthony Black, Anthony Black is now going to have 2 postseasons under his belt. I don't want to count these guys too far out, despite Detroit having one of the best defenses we've seen in a long time.
And what you mean by
that's the interesting thing? I'm sorry, go ahead, Mel.
No, you good.
No, I was saying that's the interesting thing. Because I was going to say, everyone seems to be high on Detroit. You know, the gentleman's sweep 5-2 even. I mean, my goodness. So when we're talking about how everyone's feeling,
that mean one of them gonna be a crazy.
Like I don't know what I was like. I thought 7, right?
That was actually pretty funny though. That was good. That was good.
Look, I know what it means. It means when the closeout game is such a blowout. You deserve 2 wins for it.
So what I was going to say was that's the only problem I see for Detroit right now. Because what happens for teams when they start to get expectations, that becomes a problem from teams coming up. All of a sudden, like we're saying, people are expecting you to blow this team out 4-0. All of a sudden, you lose a game. If they lose the first game of the series, all of a sudden, the pressure's on Detroit. All of a sudden, you're back against the wall. Cade Cunningham just came back from the collapsed lung. I mean, my goodness. And if we think about Palombanchero, he has the ability to be the best player of that series. He has the ability to be the best player on the court. When you look at his size, this dude is huge. He's bigger than I thought he was when you see him on the court next to dudes. He's thick, man. His legs, his arms, his body. He's a big – yo, Chris, don't get silly, man, when I said that, yo. See, y'all get weird, man. What I'm saying is the dude is a big player.
I'm with you. Hey, I'm with you. He over there in the snooker. Nah, say that. Nah, he's taking in the snooker. I'm with you.
Yo,
I'm with you.
Hey, Jay.
Snicker and the snicker is crazy.
But I was gonna say, yo, but he could be that dude, but he hasn't really shown that ability. But you're right. They a couple years ago, they were the Detroit Pistons.
So
and Banchero was Cade. Banchero is supposed to be what Cade is right now. On first or second team All NBA.
Word and everything that you guys are saying. Supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not showing up right now.
No, you're right.
Bro, I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do anything.
When they tell you, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. The Magic have been consistently inconsistent for the last couple of seasons.
That's true.
And case in point, no better example than this year's play-in.
Yeah.
They
was the best team and worst team in the play-in.
You dropped the first game at the crib. No, it was it was
in Philly. It was in Philly.
It was that. So you dropped the first game when you potentially had a chance to go ahead and get that 7 seed. Then you come back and put belt to ass against one of the hottest teams since the new year.
What does that tell you? They did not want to play Boston. They did not want to play Boston. That's what they tell you.
Smart move.
They did not want to play Boston.
That was smart.
Nope. I'd rather be the 8 seed. You'd rather play Detroit in the playoffs than Boston. Like, just off of what the team has accomplished in the history of the team here recently. So Boston is a better. They have more playoff experience than Detroit right now. So
you think it'd be more of an honorable loss to lose to Boston this year than to lose to Detroit?
No, I think Orlando thinks that they can beat Detroit in a series, and they didn't think they could beat Boston.
But I don't think that's how that first play-in game went. I think,
of course, you don't think that's how
Orlando,
that first game went.
I sat and I watched it. They really was trying to win that daggone game. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to get into the playoffs as quickly as possible. But I still think, smart move. I don't want to play Boston. The heck?
You don't want to play either of the top 2 teams. You want to make the playoffs.
All right. Avoid the play-in.
Yeah, but listen, if they are going to make it interesting, I think it's very important that they still game 1 just to get them some confidence and get some momentum going. Is it possible that they can come in Detroit after they done played 2 play-in games and still game 1? If so, what they need to do?
Hire David Blaine, Houdini, and get some real magicians on this Magic team.
Detroit ain't that cold, dog. Detroit ain't that cold.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't won anything either.
They got just as much of a chance of still in game 1 as I do of still in game 1 here in California.
I'm about to put 20 on Orlando for game 1 just because of that.
Me playing against Detroit, what I want to do is try my best to keep them out of the paint, limit as many paint points as possible, and have them shooting threes. If anything, give a Soar as much space as possible. Things like that. And then I wouldn't say I'm super confident in Orlando's run and gun. I think Detroit probably has a better transition offense. So I think really for Orlando, they're just going to have to focus on not allowing so many points in the paint.
All right, let's go to the other 1 seed on the West. And the Phoenix Suns and Golden State is playing right now. Which team do you think stands a better chance to give OKC a challenge?
Us, the panel. 5 plus a 6-man.
So who's in round 2?
You got to look ahead.
Hey, I guarantee you right now, if you go look at Oklahoma City's website, they selling round 2 tickets.
and looking at what round 2 is, they ought to start selling round 3 tickets.
Right.
I ain't even like.
But that's how teams get upset though.
The Spurs can beat them in 7. Ant-Man and Mike can. Other than that,
Ant-Man might who? Ant-Man might who? Might be who?
They might can give OKC a run, bro. Listen, whenever Ant-Man really becomes who he's supposed to be,
league is in trouble. The league is in trouble.
It's about to be over. And that can happen any night. That can happen any night.
I thought everybody was saying he is where he's supposed to be now. He even had a chance to beat OKC last year and didn't do it. So just help me. Give me some perspective on where is his ceiling at? Because I thought we were at it.
The ceiling.
Tell me, Ant-Man could get better.
No, he's definitely not at the ceiling.
Okay, I'm curious to see, is he gonna be a better leader? You mean or this is like talent wise?
You know what happened?
Damn leader. He probably will never be a good leader.
Okay, so then how can we? I don't know. I don't see.
He make a whole lot of bad decisions off the court. So you don't want him leading.
Low IQ basketball from Anthony Edwards. Low IQ basketball player Anthony Edwards.
I wouldn't even say low IQ basketball. I say low IQ decision making.
Low IQ.
It's gonna take a lot of shots to get it done.
Listen,
and we bail him out by saying it's because of who's on his team, and I'm sick of hearing that. When are we gonna turn focus on Anthony Edwards and his ceiling?
Listen, Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson walk into a strip club.
So it ain't gonna be no chicks or wings left.
Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson walk into a strip club, bro.
That's just
the punchline. That's the whole joke. You ain't even gotta go nowhere.
How we get there?
Getting fatter and having more babies.
Ooh,
getting fatter, having more babies.
Hey, and John Morant was the Uber driver.
Somebody said, "I'm here for all the chickens." Somebody said, "I'm here for all the chicken." Who said what? Those are 2 different conversations.
And what Ant saying?
Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina.
He filling them maternity wards up.
Oh man!
Hey, but you see what he's doing with the child support? He paying them in one whop. Hey, what? Multiply this by
I'm gonna give
18.
you 18 years all rip. Don't call me.
You want nickel and dime me, man? I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way, dog.
Don't call me. Don't email me. Don't IM, DM, PM. You can't talk to me. Here's 18 years. Bye bye.
And look, and if he get locked up at 16, I want some of that bread back.
Well, if he beats Nick Cannon, then I don't know how long that's gonna be able to last, but we'll see.
No, but when he's playing his best brand of basketball, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Like
no,
he's an unreal talent. He's an unreal talent.
He's very scary. 100%.
But I really like OKC against either one of those teams. It doesn't matter. You can combine them. Warriors. You can combine them together.
I just said the Phoenix Warriors.
I want to see OKC and Spurs in that Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
You know what? You just said something, Jay. If OKC is that much of a juggernaut, let's see if we can build a starting 5 with Phoenix and Golden State and see if that'll do better with against OKC.
You gotta go all time Golden State. You gotta you call it Durant.
Steph is the point guard, right? Steph
we got David West in that lineup too.
No. I'm talking about the 2 current teams. So we taking Steph.
Go ahead and give me 2015 Iguodala too.
Yeah.
No. This year's squad. We taking Steph.
Steph, absolutely at the 1.
Who's at the 2?
D. I put D Book.
Okay, Book.
Yeah.
Who's at the 3? Give me Draymond. No,
you have to put him at the 4.
3.
Nah, you need Draymond and Dylan Green. What's his name? Dylan Brooks to cancel each other out.
Which one you want, Draymond?
I don't
or
want
Dylan
both
Brooks?
of them on my team though. I can only do one of that type of attitude, and
Now you got to take Draymond. He the OG.
yeah.
Which one you want, Robin?
Yeah, you gotta take Green, I guess, right?
He said, "Yeah,
Yeah, like
Hold on.
Like Brooks is a poor man's Draymond.
Hold on, Robin.
We
Hold on,
can
you don't
get
sound
Brooks, yeah.
correct. Okay, Robin. So are we good with the point guard? With Steph? You good with that?
I don't even know what we're doing right now. Are we combining the Suns and the Warriors right now?
Play alone with your little hat with the Jordans on it. Play alone, man. Golly, this man's so uptight, man.
Yeah, I was good with your picks.
Huh?
I was good with y'all picks.
Steph,
I think you said
Steph,
Booker and Curry.
D-Book, and
I would take
Draymond.
Draymond Green.
And then what we going 4 and 5? Are we going
We're gonna have to go.
Porzingis?
You know it's hard for me to give Draymond Green some credit out here.
You probably have to put KP at the 4 because they probably gonna put Chet at the 4.
Guys,
and run Isaiah at the 5.
Yeah, you gotta have Holmgren in there.
Honestly, I would rather take D-Book out and put. This might
Jalen
sound
Williams.
crazy, guys. Let's put Grayson Allen in
You got to
there.
put Grayson. Grayson gonna
You
give you some
got
grit.
to put Grayson.
So
Come
D
on,
Book
like,
is
he
not
has-
even on the 5.
No,
in the 5?
listen.
I
You
ain't no
think
way.
Grayson Allen right now is reformed? He's got 3 kids. He goes to Bible study. This
We
Grayson
talking
Allen
about-
is not the Grayson Allen that you need.
But
We
if you
talking
put him
about
next to
playoffs. We need him.
if you put him next to Draymond Green, old habits come back, bro.
We need a Grayson Allen versus like a Lou Dort. You feel what I'm saying? We need Grayson Allen's like he don't back down. We need that toughness.
Man, you know how many
Great.
technical fouls and
Steve.
flagrancies is going to be in this
Is D
series?
Book
Good
You know,
Lord.
even in the 5 though? You
It's
just taking
gotta
him
be
out the
D-Book, man.
5. You can't take
Yeah,
him out
it's
the
Okay, all
5.
right. Okay, so then let's Steph,
Grayson
Grayson
Allen ain't-
Allen,
How much is he?
D-Book.
I'm not doing no
Draymond
Grayson
and
Allen,
KP.
dog.
He old
I'm
though,
doing.
y'all.
I'm going D-Book and Steph in the backcourt. That's the but you do make a good point. That ain't gonna be enough defense. Somebody got to guard Shea.
So in other
That
words,
guy's not on the roster.
Hold
That
on.
guy's
You
not
can
there.
put
Mel.
Grayson Allen on Shea.
Mel, what this
Huh?
is telling me right now, in conclusion, this is pointless because this ain't gonna work anyway.
I'm starting to troll at this.
OKC's still gonna kill.
Oh
You,
man!
you
All right,
can
let's.
suspend. You can
Trying to
suspend
figure
Shea.
it out. It ain't
You can
working.
suspend Shea. OKC would win that.
Listen,
Man,
okay,
that's unreal. That's
OKC
unreal.
calling the league right now. If this game ended a tie, no overtime. Bring them both. Don't matter. OKC
right, let's
in
go-
5.
Let's blow through
See
these
if
games
I-
real quick. Let's blow through these games real quick, y'all. We're gonna start. Well, we're not gonna start with that because I got that wrong, right? The Hawks is playing who again?
The Knicks.
Hawks Knicks. What y'all got?
Mm.
Listen, if Mike Brown want to continue coaching, he got to keep winning. They fired the guy for making Eastern Conference Finals. So if he don't do at least that, he going home.
That ain't really why he fired. That ain't really why he got fired. He got fired because his players was on the low saying, "Dog, we can't take no breaks." He's playing only 6 players, and we're playing 40 minutes a night.
They knew,
Use the
that,
bench.
they knew who Tibbs was before Tibbs got there.
Yeah.
Well, thinking
Tips
about
at rotation,
matchup
who?
wise, I think Oaknome, I'm not sure how he's going to fare against Karl Anthony Towns. We've seen Karl Anthony having to adapt to all different types of defenders, whether it be smaller or bigger guys that match him in size. And because the Hawks are generally small and they run this like 5-out type of offense, I think they're going to be advantageous over the Knicks with their ability to run. But since the Knicks have been there before where they've had to run consistently, they're kind of used to that. So again, I just want to know who's going to guard Cat and hold him off.
Listen, they ought to use.
They might put Dyson Daniels on Jalen Brunson, possibly Jalen Johnson on Mikal, possibly, or maybe even OG. But it just the size just isn't there, and the Knicks got them beat on that.
Bree, you just said it. They should run their offense this whole series through Cat. Cat should have 40 every night.
I think he
But you know the Hawks got
Listen,
size on the bench that they
He
don't
should,
use,
but
right?
he probably won't.
And you gotta think about which
And
version
after
you
all
get.
that,
You got to think about which version you get. Are you getting Karl Anthony Towns or Selena Kyle?
Right.
Who's Selena Cal?
I don't know.
Catwoman.
Yo, the Knicks are in trouble, man. The Knicks are in
I
trouble.
know how
Let's be real.
you know.
Knicks are in trouble, man. All right,
Why?
this is a bad matchup for the Knicks. All right, the Knicks, they wanted to play the Toronto Raptors in the first round. That was the kind of team you wanted to see. They didn't want to see the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have been playing good basketball down the stretch, man. See, again, when we talk about coming into a playoff scenario, it's about how you've been playing the game. The Knicks have been inconsistent all year, man. They were supposed to be the Detroit Pistons this year. They were supposed to be the powerhouse team, 60 wins. Everybody in the preseason was picking the Knicks because Halliburton's down, Tatum is down. Oh, it's the Knicks season this year. But it hasn't been that way for the New York Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns has been Karl-Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson has been good. But again, the New York Knicks have dealt with injuries, guys like Mitchell Robinson. But even the other guys, the Harts, the Ananubis, these guys are not like guys that come through all the time for you when you need it. So a team like the Atlanta Hawks presents a problem. The last time the Knicks played the Hawks in the playoffs, they got smoked by Trae Young. It was so bad that the fans were spitting on Trae Young. They spit on that dude at Madison Square Garden because he was taking bows on them and destroying them. The Knicks have been they've been like in their own way in the postseason over the last several seasons. So I would pick the Knicks to win, but they in trouble, man.
They are in trouble. I mean,
it's a tough matchup for sure.
Well, I mean, I think the Hawks have some of the best guards that we've seen in a while on a team, aside from OKC. But they definitely have some of the most talented guards. And Kuminga, one of the things I really like about Kuminga is he will attack anybody. He goes hard on when he likes to score, and I love that about him. And I think that's a perfect. That's why the one comment you said, Robin, about it not being a good matchup, I think I beg to differ. I think it's going to be a great matchup. It's just about. It's going to be a decent matchup because with the size of the Knicks and then the Hawks with their ability to score on size, I think it's still going to be a solid matchup. But they were in trouble though against Cleveland.
He can't run, Bree.
He can't run, Briana. They were in trouble against Cleveland when Cleveland was getting some sense in them and actually passing the ball into Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, and they ran an inside then out type of offense. That's what the Knicks need to do. They need to focus on getting as many points in the paint against the Hawks because they struggle in that area.
Yeah, I like both of y'all points. I like the fact, but here's the thing: are they going to do what y'all saying is their advantage? The Knicks do have an advantage with a guy like Karl-Anthony Towns because it's not a lot of guys. They got some guys on the bench, but they don't play those guys. They like to play small, right, with Atlanta. So are those guys going to get punished by Cat, or is Cat going to let them off the hook and shoot threes and play from the perimeter? That's one thing. But the advantage that Robin is saying, I think the Hawks got, they're deep, dog. Like they can bring 5 off the bench in the playoffs, and that 5 can be just as problematic as their starting 5 off the bench. So when you got droves coming at you like that, and we just running and we making shots and we defending, they could wear a team down.
Who's Brunson guarding out there? They're going to be targeting him out there, man. Yo, Jalen Johnson does a lot of their ball handling out there, man. And this dude is like 6'8", man. So again, when you talk about to me, he's in the voting for most improved player. He was sensational this season, what he was doing for the Hawks, who we thought was going to be in disarray without Trae Young, and they seem to have been an improved team.
Yeah. Jay, Spurs Blazers. Hey, remember Wemby and Scoop both was in that same draft, and before they both got drafted, they was playing in what league was they playing in? Was they in I can't remember what league they was in, but Wemby and like Scoop, we was wondering if Scoop was gonna be the second player taking over Brandon Miller. Like Scoot and Wemby was all we was talking about. Scoot has finally found the little jump shot, and he's playing a little. He came back from injury this year and playing really good for the Blazers, man. So it's gonna be real good to see him in the spotlight in a playoff 7-game series. But
you won't see 7. You won't see 7.
Don't sleep.
You
Don't
won't
sleep
even see 5.
on Danny Avdia and freaking Drew Holiday and Scoop, man. Them boys balling.
You won't see 7. I can guarantee you that.
I think you're gonna be shocked.
Only way this goes 7 is if Damian Lillard put that jersey on.
Not even.
He could put the jersey on, and they could get Rasheed Wallace and Scottie Pippen and Greg Oden. It still won't go 7.
They need Brandon Roy to put it over the top, huh?
It might get you to 6.
Man, the Spurs' best player was on a minutes restriction for 82 games, dog. Yeah. Stop acting like this is like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't the alien yet.
And their second best player is about to get to work on their ass.
Hey, aliens can play 48 minutes if they need to.
Because
he can play 48 minutes.
Did you know when they say Area 51, they're talking about Stephen Castle when he lobs it to Wemby?
Mm-hmm.
I thought at first they were talking about Area 51 because Wemby's an alien. But no, it's 5-1, Area 51.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways, though. That's true, though.
I did not know they went over my head all season.
Yeah.
Nah, I think Spurs win this one going away. It's.
I hope. I mean,
both teams have no experience. Wembanyama hasn't played a single playoff minute, a single playoff game. So, both teams, like you said, this is an interesting matchup, I think, to say the least. I don't know the dude, Avidya, his
Danny
overall game.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen them on TV much. So, it'll be interesting to see if the Spurs are going to handle once again.
It's a reason why you haven't seen them on TV much.
Robin, did you see him down the stretch in the play-in game against who did they beat? Did they beat who did the Blazers beat?
I don't know. They just beat somebody where Denny gave him 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Clippers, right?
No, Clippers.
No, it was the Suns. That was the Suns. Yeah, they beat Phoenix. If you seen Danny Avdija down the stretch in that game, Lord have mercy. Hey, I knew he could hoop because I seen some of his games, but you never know how somebody gonna respond on a bigger stage with when the whistle is getting swallowed a little bit. Yo, Danny Avdija is like that, dog. Yeah, dog. He's like that.
You think they can take it to 6 against the Spurs?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Yo, Portland used to have a really good home court advantage, man. Back in the day, like when they had like a relevant team, like the Portland Trailblazers, to play out there in Rip City, like it was known for having a home court advantage. So if they're gonna have that home court advantage, have those people out there, the fans going crazy, get that atmosphere going. You ain't had that atmosphere since Brandon Roy. Someone mentioned Brandon Roy earlier. You ain't had that feeling since he hit that shot back in the day, man. Lillard really ain't even give you that feeling, man, because of all the other nonsense and all the other great teams they were going against. They never really had a shot like that. So it would be good to see them get some home cooking and maybe get a win out there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The pressure's on the Spurs, man.
They was one of the worst teams in the league last year by record wise, right? The Trailblazers.
Yeah,
the Spurs too.
Yeah. So both teams, season ticket holders is dusting them off, and they will be in the stands for sure.
Where you at, Rip City?
One thing I'm thinking about for the Spurs. Oh, go ahead, Britne.
I was gonna say, I got the Spurs. I'm gonna give them a gentleman's sweep. That sounds great and all, but I think a big issue that the Trailblazers are gonna have that the Blazers are gonna have an issue with the length of the Spurs. Like they're long. The Spurs is really long, and that's gonna create major problems. And I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at this list. If it's not his ankles, who's gonna slow down Wemby?
Nobody.
Not his ankle. Put it on the shirt. Not his ankles.
That's a great point. Like I don't even think they put Donovan Clingan up against him. I'm not sure.
He's too long and too skilled. I don't.
Maybe Imani Kamara. I don't even think that.
He's thin and he's frail, and they do allow a little bit, not a little bit, a lot more physicality in the playoffs.
And I agree.
If the Blazers can turn that pressure up on Wemby, then it could be interesting.
I agree, but then Wemby's just gonna play more on the perimeter, which he can very well do.
Which is crazy.
And if I'm the Blazers, I'm like, thank God you at the 3-point line. We'll take it.
But I still, when Wemby gets the rebound and he pushes the ball up court, me as an opponent, I'm pressing that as fast and quickly as possible. I'm like, emphasize on trying to make him slip up when he's 90 feet from the basket. Personally,
but then you got the physicality.
Then
you got the physicality of Stephon Castle. Like Stephon Castle is nice.
He is. And I'm glad you brought him up, Britne, because that was going to be my point about the Spurs. At the beginning of the season, I was a little nervous about Stephon, not because I didn't think he was going to have a great sophomore season. It's just he definitely turned the ball over a lot, and that obviously contributed to his youth. But what I've seen towards the end of the season, even heading into post, I have confidence in him to take care of the ball and show up big defensively. I don't have too much confidence in Carter Bryant, though. It might be the same thing. I love Carter Bryant, don't get me wrong, but you also love Khan. And look what happens in the postseason environment as a young guy. So I would really love to see if Carter Bryant and even like a Devin Vassell maybe step up when they really need it when Wemby's sitting down.
Yeah. And he said he's thin, but don't forget he's
All right,
long,
Don. Okay,
man.
all right.
And they got
Come on, bro.
a peach and the daggone.
And then
come on, dog.
you would read that.
I saw the peach, but I didn't see the eggplant until it was too late. You got a peach and the eggplant up there talking about he's thin, but don't forget long. Y'all gotta stop, man. And when all these comments come up, it's always when Robin's off screen. I think that's his he on his burner phone.
He on his burner.
Yeah,
I think you also see a big time performance from De'Aaron Fox as well.
He gonna have to because I'm expecting Wemby to struggle at least one of these games, just trying to figure out how they allow the physicality to go. Yeah. And that's when the vet De'Aaron Fox go have to step up, man, for sure. All right, let's go to this other game. Celtics Sixers.
All right, move on.
Yeah, who's Kai the Peach guy? I'm kind of scared of that person.
Let's go to the next game.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing. But shout out to Tyrese Maxey on his signature shoe. I will be copping that.
That's all we could talk about, bro.
Hold on.
We already know how this goes.
Terrible.
Should I go upstairs and get my Tyrese Maxey VJ Edgecombe shirt that they gave away at the game?
Yeah.
Should I go get my Sixer shirt? I will go get it.
Let me see it. Yeah, let me see it. Go ahead.
Right, I'll be back, y'all.
I guarantee it look better than them shoes.
Them shoes. I hope that's a fake concept. It's a render. I hope that's not the real joint.
I wouldn't wear them shoes with your feet.
I wouldn't wear them with yours.
The man who wears the biblicals, we're not gonna knock the young man's signature.
The biblicals.
Respect.
Mel is definitely known to rock a Moses 13 for sure.
But hey, the way y'all talk about the Lord and Savior and Moses is wow.
No, we just said
you the one that's out here wearing the Last Supper 12s.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with that. Y'all getting on the Lord's style. Y'all don't like how he dressed.
We don't know how the Lord dressed, but we knew how Moses and all them dressed. Like, what you talking about, Mel?
Evidently,
the Lord could have been barefoot. What you talking about?
Evidently, Trump know how he dressed. He had the outfit on TikTok.
Well, that's insane.
He said I was a doctor.
Down all the way down to the burning bush threes.
Hey, what the Sixers got to do, y'all?
Go home.
Pray.
Go home, Roger.
Yeah.
Pray.
They got to do all the little things.
Matter of fact, go get the G League team and just have them play in your stead.
So they can't do what the Knicks did last year?
Everybody can do anything.
First of all, Missoula, Nick Nurse, come on. That's not even. Also, the Knicks don't box. Let me talk about the Knicks. The Sixers don't box out. Tyrese Maxey been taking phony shots. It's hard for me to say top 5 IQ. We talk about IQ basketball. He's probably like top 5 in the league for field goal attempts. And lately, even though he'll finish with a good amount of assists, I don't like his decision making lately. And I feel like it has something to do with Nick Nurse and the enablement of his core with these shots that they take.
The Sixers got Paul George. That's all I'm gonna say.
What they mean? How long? Elaborate. What they mean?
Oh, okay.
Paul George.
Pick your P. Playoff P. Podcast P.
Does that mean the same thing as having Harden?
I know.
Yeah, right. So it's like inconsistency.
So they good for one game then. I'm pretty sure Paul George can show up and outplay.
Yeah, Maxey could go for 50.
Yeah. Edgecombe can go for 20.
Yeah.
Look, they got a shot, y'all.
They got talent.
Yeah.
But they got Paul George.
He might sit out just because it's Wednesday.
That man got tested and got suspended 25 games and said, nope, Not doing that performance again.
I think the biggest thing with this is Boston has had the Sixers number for the last
decade.
They've had Embiid.
It might be longer than that. It might be longer than a decade.
They've had Embiid's number.
It's been the Sixers numbers, period. Embiid and the Sixers, period. I think the last time, maybe AI.
Say before way before the process.
2001 series. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. They got to pick up on. I agree. What I seen in the plan was they did a lot more rebounding. They had VJ Edgecombe come in and be more of a rebounder more than anything else to help with that. You got to get your role players. The Quentin Grimes. He talking about. He irritates me. Last year he was talking about he wanted to be a max type of guy. I'm like, in what world are you looking for the amount of money that you requested? Because the way he plays this year is one of the most inconsistent players. He has a lot of talent. He can shoot the ball, but he doesn't show up a lot. And I think the role players on this team is going to be crucial because they're going to be physical with Maxey. They're going to do everything to make sure the ball is not in his hands. So everybody else is going to have to step up, and I just don't think they're going to be able to.
All right, last game. Talk to me about these Nuggets Wolves.
It's 11 o'clock.
All right, we'll make it quick. We'll go to the next one. What y'all doing on this Nuggets Wolves?
Wolves.
I want to say the Wolves, but
the NBA, it's money in Slovenia or wherever that man from.
I'm gonna say Nuggets in 6.
I can't call this one because I don't know what Edwards' status is. Did he play the last couple of games of the season, or is he nursing that knee?
I think he played like the last 2, and then he had like an illness that took him out for one of the last games. But I think he played the last 2, something like that.
Yeah, I can't call this one, y'all.
I would love nothing more than to watch the Nuggets lose in the first round. I don't see it happening.
All right, we got one last talk. Well, actually, 2, but we're gonna try to do them in 15 minutes and then end this, y'all, really quick. I want to get into some of the awards, but before we even talk about the awards, we got to talk about the fact that Cade and Luka got their requests honored with them trying to be eligible for the 65 game threshold thing. And a lot of people were saying it's a little bit unfair because Devin Booker, he missed 64 games. I don't think he put in an exception, but Anthony Edwards missed 60 and he did, and they denied it, but they approved Luka's and Cade's. I'm going to let y'all hear what Kendrick and Stephen A. Smith said about it and then get y'all thoughts.
I feel about Adam Silver. Like, I got great love, great appreciation for him, but it is unfair. Like the Luka part, going to the birth of, birth of your child, I understand that. The Cade part of it, they said it was a non-basketball related injury. It happened on the floor.
It happened on the floor. Yeah.
It happened on the floor. So if you're Anthony Edwards, you hotter than fish grease right now because you're saying, hold on, so you're going to grant him and tell Cade he's eligible, but in the same breath tell me I'm not? That's not okay. And it's bigger than just Anthony Edwards playing 82 games or him coming for it all. When they talk, look, when this rule is in place and you see guys like this, they going to appeal it and stuff, it's not about the MVP. It's not about Defensive Player of the Year. It's about the all NBA teams. You know why? Because it affects their lettuce, their bread. And so when I'm looking at it and I'm saying, well, you can't do Anthony Edwards like this and you grant Cade Cunningham, it's just unfair. And this rule is not going to.
So what are you saying? Get rid of it altogether or modify it?
You got to fix it and you got to be fair. Because if I'm Anthony Edwards, there's no way I'm not pissed off.
Well, listen, he should be ticked off. And I was just talking about Cade Cunningham and obviously Luka Doncic. I wasn't even alluding to Ant-Man. But the bottom line is that he was ill. He was ill. That was a legitimate illness and what have you. And I don't think they have to change anything. They just have to be, you have to be fair, as you would say. Yeah. Anthony Edwards he should have been eligible as well, based on this, period.
I mean, Shay, they said that the injury of Cade was non-basketball related. It happened on the basketball.
I think, and I don't know, I think the difference was Luka and Cade were 1 game away, where Anthony Edwards was, I believe, 4 games away. That's not a huge difference, but it is some, right? It is some bit of a difference.
Yeah, but what Perk is saying is they're saying that if you're going to say Cade Cunningham was a non-basketball thing, that doesn't make any sense when we saw it happen on the basketball court.
Hey, man, they spitting a lot of truth, y'all.
Look, I'm to the point where when it comes to Steph Curry.
My bad. They saying a lot of truth, y'all. What y'all think? Jay, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm laughing at this joint, man.
My feeling about it is, if you take away the 2 games Luka missed for the birth of his child, he hits the 65 threshold, no problem. If you take away the 11 games, or like when Cade got hurt, he got hurt at 61 games and then missed 11 games. If he doesn't get hurt at 61 games, he makes the threshold because he ended up playing 2 games at the end of the season to make 63. But the thing about it is, I think that for how I'm seeing it, Ant Edwards missed too much time and too many different pockets and only hit 60 games. Whereas I feel like Cade and Luka, they missed a little bit of time here and there, but it was never no major pockets of missed time, and they were already right at the threshold. Then they, whatever.
Well, if that's the case, then the NBA should say that instead of telling us that Cade's injury was non-sports related, so that's why we approve his, and we approve Luka's because it was the birth of his child.
But hold on,
you get what I'm saying?
Luka was 1 game short. If he doesn't get suspended for techs, he makes the threshold. So that's his own fault.
Yeah,
that's his own fault. And then when you talk about Ant Edwards, he got a staph infection, which is crazy. He missed like 8 games with a staph infection. So that puts him right over there. Like, that's not basketball related at all.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't know. For me, regardless of basketball related, non-basketball related, if it's 65, it needs to be 65. Like, we got all these exceptions to the rules, and it's confusing. Like, you made the rule, which the rule, in my opinion, shouldn't be made anyway. So that's why we at this crazy point right now. But if it's 65, keep it at 65. No exceptions. It is what it is. Try again next year. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Is this a contract year for Cade?
I don't think so.
Yo, the thing about that whole 65 game minimum, I think people miss the point. Like, all these guys that talk about this stuff, they're never getting the point on this. It's the 65 game minimum wasn't about people missing games. It was about why people were missing games. Guys were out just for resting. Guys were out for the birthday party of their kid. Guys were out for all kinds of nonsensical reasons that guys were not out for back in the day. They were qualifying soreness now as an actual injury. Anyone that played sports back in the day knows that there are certain things that you can do when you're hurt, right? When you're hurting, they'll tell you, hey, listen, man, you have to play through it. The pain threshold's on you. Or you have a legit injury, and they're like, yo, you're going to make it worse. You're going to have a serious injury here. There's a huge difference in this. NBA players were sitting out doing things that they could play through, just deciding not to go. That's why they came with the minimum. If you think about Cade Cunningham, I don't want to hear this nonsense. Cade Cunningham missed several games this season with a wrist. That's what he was out for, a wrist. No broken wrist, no sprained wrist, just out for a wrist. He was out 1 game for a rest. Cade Cunningham. Luka Doncic missed the 3rd game of the season with a sprained finger. So you're going to tell me and sit here and talk about 1 freaking game for the birth of your child? You're going to use that lame freaking corny excuse that anyone out here can use. Oh, I had to miss work because my kid was being born. Anyone else out here can do that. There are people that have worked during their kids being born. But we're going to use that lame-ass excuse when you missed a game this season with a sprained freaking finger. When you sat out games that you could have played because your body was able. It's like people out here with handicap signs when they're not handicapped. This is weak stuff out here, man. I don't want to hear about this nonsense, man. Anthony Edwards actually has a gripe because if you look at Anthony Edwards, his career, his reputation should have preceded him. Anthony Edwards has played routinely 79 games every single season.
Correct.
He barely misses games, man. These other freaking guys, Cade Cunningham, Luka Doncic, they're always missing games, man. They're not Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, but still, if you make a rule, you gotta play by your own rule, and all those guys should not be eligible, right? You have to. If you made a rule the rule was 65. They should all not be eligible, but I guess they did have an exception in, and they applied for it. And then the second issue that they had was, you let all 3 guys apply for the exception, but you only gave it to 2 guys, and your reason for doing so was just whack. I mean, it's just all the way messed up. You didn't play by your own rules, and then your exception was unfair.
Well, did you ever think about this? The owner of the Timberwolves didn't want Ant Edwards to get the exception.
Probably so. I did, yeah.
Oh, and to answer your question, Jay, Cade got paid last year because he made an All-NBA team last season. He got a $269 million rookie supermax last year.
So the thing with Ant
this year,
Ant needs to make an All-NBA team next year to get that $300 million supermax. So what that means is the owner has just guaranteed that Ant's going to ball out next year. You've just guaranteed it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
In order for him to get the most money.
Yama got a block title last season. He played 46 games. 46 games, got a block title last year. Insane. And the crazy thing about it is he led the league in total blocks. The man played 46 freaking games, man.
Yeah,
How do you lead the league in blocks and you play 46 games or 176 blocks? That's weak.
Let's speak to this era, though.
That's right. That's a weak ass era, man. When I was watching basketball, guys were getting in the 300s in blocks. The 300s.
Yeah.
I will say this. I've been seeing a lot of talk that a lot of people want to keep the rule but amend it, and they were saying games played or minutes played.
No, that's whack. That minutes ain't no way. I mean,
because I can't remember the exact names they said, but I know they said like some people had more minutes than Wemby.
Yeah, but that's whack. I think everybody who bringing up the minutes is just weak sauce because you didn't mention minutes when they made the rule. It was 65 games. Now minutes means, if I don't play 65 games but I play a bunch of minutes, what does that mean? That means so you go play 40 minutes a game, but you can't play 82 games. You can't play 65 games. That's still not meeting what the whole point of the rule is. The whole point of the rule is we don't want you sitting games out. So don't try to load up on minutes so you can manage more on games. So yeah, I'm not with that one.
I bet if you look at the games that a lot of people miss, it be the same cities. They like, man, ain't nobody trying to hoop in Utah. I'm not messing with it. The air up there's crazy in Denver. I'm not playing tonight. So wherever it is, you know what I'm saying? I bet if there's a study done like what cities do most people sit out, I guarantee that you could chase the data.
Ain't nobody sitting out at the Garden, but they sitting out at Barclays.
Hey, let's move to WNBA really quick. Bree, can you introduce this one for us?
Yeah, sure. Breaking news happened today. Aaliyah Boston made history in terms of CBA contracts with a $6.3 million extension for 4 years. That means she'll rake in $1.6 million per year. That's higher than any player that's been signed so far. There was a lot of different reactions across the league considering she's a third-year player. So not just the fact that she's a third-year player, but the team that she's on and how Kelsey Mitchell has been sitting on free agency and working through her core designation contract. And for anyone who doesn't know what core designation is in terms of WNBA, it's when it grants the team specific exclusivity over a player's contract and even negotiation rights, and it prevents her from signing anywhere else without her consent. And it gives her a guaranteed $1.4 million supermax deal. So what they did was they solidified their big three, essentially, Indiana. But some people could say that was kind of phony because why is Aaliyah Boston making more money than a Kelsey Mitchell or Caitlin Clark coming in with that $500,000+ contract now? And so there's just a lot of talks about this. So I want to hear the panel's thoughts on the contract, Fever, maybe their direction, and Kelsey Mitchell accepting what that core designation with the Fever.
First off, shout out to the ladies for getting some PAPE for sure. There's some money getting spread around the W. My question is my first question is not even tailored to the Fever in specific. How is Aaliyah Boston getting paid more than the only 4-time MVP in the WNBA history?
I do want to point out with Aaliyah Boston, this is 2 years in a row with All-Star, and also she did not miss a single game last year. And even though Kelsey Mitchell played a lot as well, I think it says a lot that Aaliyah showed up all those games. So if you look at the time that this core has been together, Aaliyah, I think, has played the most and been the most solid. So that could have possibly contributed to that.
And she got a heck of an agent. It got to have a heck of an agent.
She got a little clout too. She got a little clout. She has that podcast with Candace Parker. And since Candace been in the league for so long, I think, just to answer your question, Chris, that might contribute to it a little bit too. She got some clout in the league.
Here's my thing about it, because the rookie deal that Caitlin Clark is on is up in 2026.
Next year, because she got drafted the year after Aaliyah Boston, right?
So she about to be in her contract year this year. So she'll be a free agent next summer. So that means Boston gets paid this year, and it's a 4-year deal. They get the weight to pay Kelsey Mitchell because she's on essentially a franchise tag, what we call it in football, franchise tag. So she's on the 1-year deal for $1 million. Boston's getting paid, but it's long term and she's locked up. And Caitlin Clark is on a rookie contract. So like you said, Bree, they keeping their big three for a title run. Here's the problem. We know Caitlin's going to get paid this summer. So Boston already has a long-term deal. Caitlin's about to get one, and they're not going to be able to afford Mitchell, which means they're going to franchise tag her again or get her the core designation again because they can do it twice. So she's the oldest one, and she's getting later in her years, and she just had the opportunity to ask for more money because she had a phenomenal season when Caitlin Clark got hurt, balled out, made first team all WNBA, I think, or maybe second team. And that's your negotiation. That's your leverage. She's not going to have that no more with Boston making that much money and Clark coming back healthy, and she's going to make that money. Her leverage is gone.
Business.
She won't lead the team in scoring this year.
Business. If you had to get rid of one of them as a team, which one do you think you could part ways with the easiest?
It's all probably Mitchell, probably.
Right. So listen, they got two options: win the chip this year,
pay everybody,
or sign and trade. Listen, they're gonna trade. If they don't win the championship this year, Kelsey Mitchell will be on the first thing smoking for a top draft pick, and they're gonna try to get one of them young girls coming out of college to make their new big three. They're in win now. They're in win now mode, guys. That's the plan. They know that they locked up Boston. They know they're gonna play Caitlin Clark. They're saying, hey, can we win with Kelsey Mitchell too? If we can't win with her ass got to go. Because Boston and Clark, that's our team.
But Jay, if you Kelsey's Mitchell's agent, would you request a trade? Like, no, don't franchise me. No, don't give me the core. No, I don't want that.
Of course,
because I'm the odd man out. They both getting long-term deals, and y'all making me wait, and y'all essentially is not gonna give it to me if we don't win.
But here's the thing: if they do win, she gets paid too.
How?
Oh man, the money's there. The new CBA, the money's there. That nobody else is getting paid. Boston had Porzingis paid. They had JB and JT paid. They can pay 3 top stars.
We'll see.
Nobody else will get no money.
Is there kickers in the WNBA like it is in the NBA when you make all WNBA teams?
We don't know, Chris.
I'm not sure. I think with they have the cash cup. They had a cup tournament just like
Chris.
The NBA does in the middle of the season. I know they get extra. They got crypto. They got like hundreds of thousands in crypto was the one prize or something like that.
Yeah, this is a win now. This is a win now move, and they're also positioning themselves. If we don't win now, we can win now by moving. Like, dude, listen. Would you give up Kelsey Mitchell if you had the chance to possibly get Juju? Of course you would.
Sure, but but what I'm saying is, if I'm Kelsey Mitchell, I'm putting up more fuss with my agent than what we're hearing her. Like I'm not okay with this.
Hold on, no.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, she's getting what was that number you said that she got 1.4 this year? She probably got $76 last year, bro.
But that's not how the agent. That's not how the agent thinking. The agent looking at somebody else getting a long-term 4-year deal. I want that for my client.
The agent getting 5% of that 1.4. The agent still getting 5% of that 1.4.
But Boston agents getting 5% of that 6.4.
Right.
The best and worst thing that happened to Indiana last year was them doing well and make it to the playoffs without Caitlin. Because the best thing is they showed themselves what they can do. The worst thing, they showed themselves what they can do. And then also the advantages that were taken of Kelsey Mitchell. I don't like how the fans and the system are so disposable of a player like that. And I know that's the realities of business, but a lot of those games aren't won without her. But I feel like they could have won without Boston. Does that make sense what I'm saying? She's super solid. Don't get me wrong.
No,
she's a great big man. I love the fact that there's not a lost art with her being a big man. She's not coming down trying to shoot threes. I love that. I don't like. This is probably Stephanie White's last year. She's gone too if they don't win.
Sidebar, Jay, when did you screw your entire career?
Oh, and listen, that guy does not exist. Whoever that is.
Jay Moran.
Any thoughts on that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, my thought is, now I'm not a WNBA aficionado. I don't watch the WNBA, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what I'm talking about as far as the players individually. But what I will speak to is what I'm seeing on the screen here is that the highest total value in WNBA history. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then what that makes me think about is the growth of a WNBA. And I think that people need to understand that that's what the NBA had to do also. It had to grow. When you think about when the WNBA came around, it hasn't been around that long. The NBA's been around. They just celebrated the 75th anniversary not that long ago.
Exactly.
And remember, if people laugh at the NBA players today, they laugh at these guys. They would work side jobs back in the day. Some of those guys served in the military. They fought in the Korean War. A lot of those guys, man, during their primes of their careers. So they sacrificed time playing in the basketball. They worked side jobs, take care of their families, take care of themselves because they weren't getting paid any money. So they wouldn't gain the kind of shine. So when I see the WNBA players getting some of this kind of money, man, it really makes you think about the growth of a WNBA and the journey that they're on right now and that they need to appreciate the journey you're on because, sometimes, if you think about something like Martin Luther King, and I don't want to get too, off the road here, but he said something in his speech. He said, I may not get there with you, right? So when you think about something like that, some of those NBA players from the 50s, the 60s, they're not around today to see the progress and the money that these players have made. So, yeah, they weren't able to be there with them, so to speak, like Martin Luther King said. Yeah, he wasn't able to be there and get there with us. And those players weren't there, but they paved the way to be where they are today. The doors that were opening, the doors that are opening right now for Aaliyah Boston and opening these doors for other players down the road and so forth and so on. They're also able to make money off the court a lot easier than a lot of, women that started out the WNBA in the 90s, man. Some of those people that I remember. So it's really, like I said, it's good to see someone like this, the highest total value in WNBA history.
No doubt.
And they're still moving upward. I mean, from 12 teams a couple of years ago, 13 this year, 2 more coming in the next 2 years. Like they're on the upper trajectory. So these numbers are going to continue to get higher. So it's progress, and I love to see it.
All right, we go in the show. I do want to give Robin a chance to tell me about his MVP this season, and I kind of want you to kind of piggyback off what you were saying about the Jokic things this morning on your show, but just give me your thoughts on the MVP this season, and how you looking at it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to ramble on here. I mean, listen, my problem with the Nikola Jokic stuff is not necessarily the player. I've talked about this on my channel. I respect Nikola Jokic and what he does in the era. It's the promotion of Nikola Jokic. I mean, if you think about the promotion right now that we've talked about for the MVP race, it always comes down to the per game numbers for Nikola Jokic, the statistical output that he puts out. But it's never really about the substance, the tangible results that show up in the winning. So we talk about impact. To me, impact is where it's at. If you think about Nikola Jokic, we've started to get down a weird path here with Nikola Jokic and how people are starting to view him. And you think about the 3 MVPs that he's won, and you think about how he won those MVPs off the statistical promotion, right? Oh my God, this dude's doing all these crazy things statistically. We think about someone like Russell Westbrook and the one MVP that he was afforded playing that similar style of game, not winning many basketball games during that time. You know, I listened to your guys' show about the MVP. And when you think about Nikola Jokic and you talk about how they talk about the MVP, and I heard you guys talk about something about there's no criteria really for an MVP. It varies, you know, depending on who you're talking to. And that's part of the reason why you guys were talking about an offensive player of the year. But there is a criteria for the MVP. It's always been there. It's always been there. The MVP criteria is simple. Usually you have to be the best player on one of the best teams in the NBA. That's usually how it worked out. If you think about the history of the game, that's how it always played out. When the players were voting for it and when the media team was voting for it, most of the time, you had to be the best player on one of the best teams record-wise. SGA last season, 68 wins for the Oklahoma City Thunder. You think if they win 48 games, he's the MVP last year? Hell no. So when you think about the criteria is absolutely there. Now, you guys are right when you talk about some of the things, you know, for each individual player, why they might have an MVP case. Those kinds of things vary. But Nikola Jokic has 2 MVPs of 3 on teams that won under 50 games. And when you think about the angles that they use, the race card they're using now for Nikola Jokic and saying that the voters are not voting for him because he's white. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous kinds of stuff that we're doing now to take away from someone like an SGA or a Jaylen Brown or any of the other guys you might think is an MVP candidate, Victor Wembanyama. So when the per game stats come out and they use these things to take away from a Will Chamberlain in this season, 65 games played for Nikola Jokic. Barely, remember, he came back early from the injury and he played the last game of the season when everyone else sat on the team just so he can get that 65 games on the record books, on the paper stats. When you think about Will Chamberlain in 1968, this man played every single freaking game, 82 games, led the NBA in minutes played, led the NBA in field goal percentage. His team was 62 wins. He was the #1 defense that season that he led, and he averaged 23 freaking rebounds. And the only reason that he did not average, you know, and lead the league in per game rebounds and assists is because Oscar Robertson was afforded that title, averaging 9.7, playing 65 games.
That's a cook session, man. All right, let me get these super chats out the way, then we end the show. LaMelo is not elite, LOL. LaMelo applied the OKC defense that was clean. What are you guys' favorite Blake Griffin dunks? All of them.
When he jumped over the Kia in game, he jumped over the car in game.
The non-dunks.
Yeah, throw over the hook. Yeah.
It's wild how many stars randomly and unrelatedly end up missing right about 25% of games year after year. Cheers. Yeah, they do kind of like pinpoint what games they go miss, and you know that might be fishy. Robin is cooking today for sure. Robin always cooking. I appreciate it. Any last thoughts, y'all, before we get out of here?
The Suns Warriors game is a good game right now.
It is. You know what? Jay and Chris. Well, I ain't gonna say Chris. I'm gonna say Jay. Jay did not have our back, knowing that we turned our sponsorship back on and we didn't give them a shout out at all. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy.
Hey,
that voice, man. You got that voice for the
who the hell are you trying to seduce?
Yeah.
You make picks.
Smooth.
Y'all so damn stupid.
Make your picks.
Thanks for having me on again, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, man, no doubt, man. We appreciate you.
You guys have a great weekend. Thank you very much.
Hey, appreciate you, Rob, in the voice of Mel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being.
I'm gonna let Britne and Bree redo it, because we got to redo it. But dang, man. We can't forget, man. We locked up with them for a little while. So
back on? We back on?
Yeah, I went on the
Mel signed us a 360.
Death row? That boy signed us to death row?
That's
pretty much.
crazy. A Kendrick Perkins deal.
Somebody got to go to a Diddy party. He didn't say all of us had to go, but one of us got to go to a Diddy party. And we got to have a powwow and figure out who that is. I let Robin.
I was like, I think me and Bree would not be chosen.
Yeah, I won't even come to the meeting or the powwow. I won't be there.
We won't be selected, Bree. I don't think we're his.
I don't think y'all did it tight.
Right, we're not his type.
Thank you.
The meeting this week.
No, it's not. I will not be in attendance. I'll be in Forest Hill Drive. You won't catch me.
I think he prefers the more beefier ones.
Oh,
yo.
Hey man, thank you guys for watching, man. We really appreciate you guys.
All right, y'all. Peace. The more